Hello, good evening, everyone,
Hi.
and welcome to episode 3 of The Violet Madness. My name is Mark, I'm your DM and your otherworldly patron. That's right, in exchange for your soul, in the form of a follow or a subscription, I'll give you this sweet ass 1d10 cantrip. Is that a deal or what? Last week's episode left off on a positive note. The gang has made it safely out of the afflicted town of Grendahl, with only a few minor injuries and a few survivors in tow as well. Not to mention the vial sample of the Violet Madness that Alfric and Christina was able to procure. But before we delve into more of the specifics, though, I'd just like to catch you all up on the goings on Penny Dragon Games. So firstly, make sure to check out the VOD of episode 10 for the Sapphiron Saga, hosted by our own DM Dave, up on Penny Dragon's YouTube channel tomorrow. The party decided that it wasn't an issue that time wasn't an issue, and they've elected to explore the second and third levels of the mines instead of trying to rescue the kidnapped gnome. Things took a dark turn down there. And then on Tuesday, we're back with Fellowship of the Fallen with DM John and the guys, and with the aspect of Talos defeated, the Fellowship of the Fallen are on their way back to report to Falcon. 21 days remain until the return of the Cryoben, and there's still much preparation to do in the meantime. Then on Friday, the Churn Gang is back and get ready for Breakout Part 3. The gang try and find their imprisoned friends, but discover a terrible secret. Then finally on Sunday, DM Ben and the Cloaks return, and amid the mud and the rain, the party come face to face with the brigands known as the Fearless Fellows, and severely outnumbered, they have to fight for their lives, and the lives of the camp dwellers the outlaws have terrorized. I'd like to also give a big shout out to Becca as well, at Quadruple Bacon for the awesome character art. You can find her on Instagram and TikTok, so do check out her work.
It's the best.
She absolutely is. There's some pretty good stuff there. And yeah, the ambient music is brought to you by Tabletop Audio, and their stuff is pre-installed on Roll20, so do check that out also. And as well, all the maps you see during this adventure are created by myself, and all these and more are on my Instagram, and that is at stiglitz.maps, or you can catch me on Twitter at stiglitz. Last thing then, there's lots of free real estate in Castonia, so as the adventurers travel throughout the map, there are a number of several towns and villages, and I'd like to invite you, the viewers, to put your own stamp on the world. I'd love to hear some tavern names, shop names, landmark suggestions, whatever. And who knows, you might see them plugged into the game in future episodes. And we'll even add you as the NPC running the shop. So you can post a comment on the YouTube video or just catch me on Twitter as well.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so with all that aside,
Awesome.
let's introduce our heroes. So let's start with Stephen.
I am Stephen. I'll be playing Sir Tyrion Shadowbane, a chosen right hand of Torm and paladin of vengeance.
Righty, and next up we have Dave.
Hello, I'm Dave, and I play Shadar Vicanis. He's a grave domain cleric of the Raven Queen. You might hear him prattle on about her once or twice during this session. Shadar is a 100-year-old half-elf with long bright hair, typically tied into a tight braid. In human years, he'd look about 35 to 45 if it wasn't for that bright white hair. He's usually dressed for battle in his black leathers with a black chain shirt and his trusty mace. Shadar wears a long black scarf wrapped tightly around his neck at all times and has a brusque and irritable manner to him.
Indeed. And next up then we have Andy.
That was such a description. So Mina is a half-elven woman. She is a College of Whispers bard. She's got this kind of honey-colored skin that's tan, like she's spent a lot of time outdoor. She's usually wearing a long blue-sleeve t-shirt with white pants and riding gear and riding boots because she has a horse that's very important that we will find.
Dead.
Certainly not dead. Absolutely 100%
Certainly not dead.
still alive.
Absolutely not dead.
Next up then we've Matt.
Hey, hi everyone, I'm Matt and I'm playing Alfric. He's a half-elf wizard specialising in the School of Evocation. He has a slight build. He's a soft-spoken and scholarly fellow who takes a curious interest in the world around him, particularly new and novel things. So he's actually having a rather wonderful time so far. And he wears these sort of heavy wizard's robes and has a bit of a distracted look upon his face most of the time.
Ooh, and then last and by no means least, we have Jonathan.
Hello, I playing Christina, a Stormkeeper Ranger and Circlesborn Druid. She is still wearing her mask, her mushroom leather. The only skin she's ever going to mostly show is her ears, part of the face, and the neck.
Very
And she's
mysterious.
still talking to her bees.
Please.
Alrighty, and just as well, a shout out to Jean as well for the subscription. Thanks a million, and cheers, Dave, for the bits. So let's get down to it then. So we left off last week with you guys kind of searching the rest of the town that has been just completely taken over by this violet fungus. Upon inspecting the stables of Grendahl, you did find one more survivor, Thomas, the stable hand, who Mina had known prior to the incident, but no sign of the horse in question. Thomas did mention that a group of ne'er-do-wells, kind of like to call themselves bandits, but probably don't even have that title about them. They ransacked the stable, trying to get out of the town, and took a couple of horses, and one of which was Mina's horse. He gave them a very kind of detailed description of what the ringleader looked like and the direction they headed, which is the direction the guys are now headed towards, the little village of Femlis, where they received word from the guard outside of town that there's an apothecary there studying this illness, all the while treating the afflicted as well. So it's a bit of a lead. Someone who may know a thing or two about this affliction might have gleaned some information. You also found that to kind of cope with the demand on the town guard and I suppose the regional guard and the Fenwell dukedom, you do indeed have the Duke of Fenwell in your midst as well as one of the survivors, but the state, I suppose, has considered him dead for 3 months and his son has taken over. But in their desperation for numbers, they've kind of taken on some, I suppose, lesser trained guardsmen. You've seen already that they have employed the services of a very, very small and feeble kobold who's been just kind of running random tasks for them. So the guard of the Fenwell dukedom seems to be in a state of disarray and kind of unorganized nature. So without further ado, you guys head off towards Femlis. Now it's a couple of days travel, so you guys do make it some of the way without much incident, and you set up camp for the night.
So this is the first night after we leave. Yep. So we left straight away, and then we're getting our long rest.
Then you're getting your long rest.
A couple of hours later. Okay, cool. Good to know.
What I'm going to is actually, I'm going to assume that you guys stick to the path towards Femlis, and the day of travel goes by without, like it's you kind of look around and you see that the further away you get from Grendahl, the less of this fungal growths you see growing on the trees and bushes. And while it was absolutely dead quiet in and around Grendahl, the further you walk away, the more you're able to hear the birds starting to chirp again. So you're kind of seeing that, you know, this fungus does look to be spreading, but what overcame Grendahl in such a small space of time seems to be having a much slower effect outside of the city walls, but it does still seem to be spreading. But day gives way to night, and you guys find a safe spot off the beaten track to set up camp. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Christina is going to send her bees around to go get the pollen and whatnot.
Yeah, sure.
Go do the bee things.
Do the bee thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
Just Shadar will just start tipping about the camp, getting fire together, and just with his insane passive perception, will just sort of take a stroll maybe 200 or 300 yards out.
Yep.
And just suss the place out.
Yeah. Just on top of your passive perception, would you be able to roll a survival check for me?
Sure.
All by there.
Let's roll the night. It is a
Good roll.
22.
Ooh.
Yeah, you take a fairly comprehensive view of the surrounding area of where you've decided to set up your encampment, and there is something. I suppose it would be off under normal circumstances, but these aren't normal circumstances. You would expect to see, footprint trails of like maybe deer or things like that, but there's just nothing in the soft soil, which would lead you to believe that, what has taken place around these parts that still has a few these blotchy, bulbous like fungal growths on the tree barks and on little bits of the grass as well, that the wildlife have either fled or have succumbed to this affliction also. So there doesn't seem to be any large beasts around anyway, and only a very kind of small few amount of birds flying around.
Okay, I'm going to. I'll probably wait until we're further away, but I'll still collect some of the easily found herbs and plants and things that Shadar uses to make his tincture.
Yeah, and with that,
keep them in reserve though, because he doesn't know if they're corrupted or whatnot.
Yeah, and I'll take that 22 survival check as well. You're able to find a few bits and pieces in kind of, it's not completely overbeared by this stuff. You find like really large open spaces of unafflicted kind of patches of vegetation. So you're able to find the stuff you need.
Great. That's me.
Okay.
Just Shadar comes back and Christina just casts Great Bonfire.
After all the firewood hauling.
He's happy for the work. It's takes his mind off things.
For sure.
So how many people are we traveling with about?
So let me see. If you take the Duke and the Warforged and the small girl, I think including you guys, so there's 5 of you and there's 6 of them, so 11.
And you also have the 3 survivors. The lady that blinded, you got that other dude, you got that former cripple.
So yeah, you have Tomas, you have the Duke, you have that elf who is with the other. Yeah, they're all with you, and Scraps and the little girl.
Oh, we were going to leave them with the guards, or did they not want them? No,
we have to bring them to.
Fair enough.
Femlis.
Yeah. No, I remember. Shadar's very irritated at that.
The guards are very nervous because their rotation detail is 3 days late.
Oh.
Christina is going to start staying at the tent, the 2-person tent she owns.
Sure.
Shadar will start setting his up as well, around just maybe a couple of steps from the fire. It is, of course, jet black material.
Of course it is. Mina's kind of counting because none of these people, as far as she knows, has their own tent or their own bedrolls or any kind of thing like that.
That is correct. They are traveling with literally no backpacks, no equipment, just the clothes on their back.
So she's definitely sitting by whatever is going for a fire, whether it's Christina's berries or the fire that Shadar put together. But she's just kind of trying to figure out how we're gonna protect them from the elements, all of them.
What's the weather like today?
Someone roll me a D8, please.
I can do it.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to be. I do not want to be responsible for hailstones.
It's a 2.
The day was clear and sunny, and the climate is, quite warm. So it's a very clear night. Maybe a slight breeze, but it's not cold or anything by any means. So you are, if you are to believe the 93 days thing, which I think at this stage you are taken to believe that would make it summertide, flame rule. So you are in peak summertime at the moment.
Oh, that's not bad.
Cool. Yeah. Once the fire's going, I'll have a root through my backpack and see what I can cook up.
Do you have food?
I would have dried rations. That's about it. Are they still good after 93 days? I think they get better with age, don't they?
Like a fine wine.
Yeah. Let me just see. I mean, if it comes to it, I'll just eat my block of incense, but
Yeah, at least you'll smell fantastic afterwards.
Exactly, yeah. I have some rations, yeah.
Have the mysterious potion we found at Galfon's house, but I don't think we're that desperate yet.
Not yet, no.
Oh, did I tell you what that does, actually, or no? Did you?
No.
Okay. That's fun.
Well, we know.
That is very ambiguous. It's fun.
My lips are sealed.
Oh,
Fair
boy.
enough.
I will approach Aelfric then. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Aelfric, my friend.
Oh, yeah, Shadar.
I found this item of clothing. Seems like it would be more your style.
Oh, that's terribly
Contains
kind
lots
of you.
Pockets. I have not checked them all.
Well, that's very nice of you, Shadar. I appreciate
It's yours,
it.
my friend.
I hope you shall have the opportunity to return the favour one of these days. I will take the cloak and examine it, and if it indeed does have a lot of pockets, I'll be terribly pleased with that, and put it on.
Yeah.
Put it on immediately.
Yeah, and it has a few of those kind of hidden compartments as well.
Oh,
so
now we're talking.
for your more expensive components, you don't know what some of the towns around Custonia are like. There could be pickpockets everywhere.
Exactly. Very true. So is there anything else notable about this, like mechanically speaking, or is it just a nice cloak with lots of pockets?
Just a nice cloak with lots of pockets.
Excellent. That's still good. I'm still happy with that.
Yeah. It's kind of this kind of turquoisey, kind of bluish, kind of green color.
Oh, that's my kind of color.
Horrendous curse on the inside.
I was just going to say, you're very brave putting that on straight away.
Puts it on, bang, sent to the astral plane.
Yeah.
Gotta make sacrifices for
Why
fashion.
can't I take this back off?
So Mina is probably going to make her way over to Tyrion. He definitely looks the most capable of the group in terms of situations like this. So she's going to slide right up to him and say, there's a lot of us here, and I don't know about you, but I didn't bring any food.
Well, I had some smoked meats, but I'm not quite sure exactly how palatable they'd be. They last a long time, but if it has been 3 months, that's a little past their expectancy.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust that, but I also haven't seen any animals. Have you?
Excluding the insects that seem to follow our friend over there, can't say I have.
I don't know if those are necessarily edible. I'm wondering if we should get a couple of people together and go try to find something to eat. We're not going to make good time if we're all hungry.
This is an excellent point. Although, as hunting in the woods goes, I am the most capable, as I can be heard from a country mile away. This armor, although very protective, is quite bad at sneaking up on anything. Like, I'm fairly sure right now Shadar can hear me, and I'm not even moving.
Quiet over there.
And Solo says, eat all the mushrooms. All mushrooms are edible at least once.
True.
Christina is
Fine
throwing mushrooms
point.
on her back. Just let her know and she'll cut them off and start making a stew. Once she
Okay.
gets
Yeah,
cultured
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Mina
We
will
have a
not be the
cauldron?
one to suggest that. But yeah, Mina will cross her arms. She's still talking to Tyrion, and basically says something like, "Sure, but no one else has a sword, as far as I know. Kind of need those. Kill
Blade
animals."
just holding right next to Christina.
Well, I've absolutely no problem attempting to go, but yes, why not? Perhaps we can find a stream and there may be some fish. They don't listen.
maybe Shadar, maybe Christina. I don't know. I'm not really one with the wilderness. Don't know how much help I'd be.
I perhaps have a way to help. Yes, I have an idea that may be able to assist us. But it'll take me some time.
There. Kind of went ahead to scout, but I'm sure Christina's around here somewhere.
So if you'd like to ask them their preference, I could begin asking my god if he could lend us some assistance in his capabilities.
Right.
Does your god usually answer?
Almost always.
Okay, because there are those that pray and then nothing happens, and then those that pray and then something happens.
Well, I can only speak from my personal experiences, and as a chosen right hand, any time I have beckoned upon Torm for a blessing, he has always given it. But my family has served him for countless generations now.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask. I was noticing you fighting, and most of your armor matches, except for that little gauntlet right there.
Oh, the white hand? Well, yes, it is a symbol of my devotion. Torm's symbol is a white right gauntlet, so this is how I wear no other holy symbols and no family symbols. The only definition I have is this gauntlet.
So it's just the gauntlet. So you didn't want to just make the whole outfit match.
Paint all my armor white.
You painted your gauntlet white. I mean,
Yes,
if it's in
respect to my
service to
deity.
your god, I wouldn't have thought that'd be too. Anyway, sorry.
This
I'm getting
armor
distracted.
is hundreds of years old, man. It has been to the hells.
Oh, okay. I don't know much about hells for armor. Just
It's needed.
just about fashion, a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Oh, there's Christina. I'm gonna go talk to them.
Yes, yes. Ask her while I ask my god for his favor.
Yeah, she's gonna walk away like,
Hmm.
all right.
Tyrion's gonna look down his armor like, this is beautiful.
I'll go up to Tyrion and go, what was she talking about?
She wants me to paint my armor.
Curious one, that.
Tina on this is... It's taken hundreds of years to get this shade, and I don't understand.
I would have suggested painting it in the blood of my enemies.
Which it regularly does, hence why the joints work so flawlessly.
Indeed. Well, quite talkative, that one.
Yes, well, a bard, you know what they're like.
Yes, they never
So
stop.
he's singing this, singing that.
Well, I haven't heard her sing yet, but I've heard the drum. Dum 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 dum. Going to make it hard to sleep if she's up late at night. Bards generally do stay up late. I need my sleep. I heard her talking about food for the camp.
Yes, she wants us to arrange a hunting party.
I could beseech the Raven Queen for food and water in the morning. I'm tapped out with my reserves right now.
Ah, yes, I have heard of the ability for gods to grant this. It is unbeknownst to me, but I appreciate it.
I've never cast a spell before. I'm usually well fed and don't pay no mind to the trials and tribulations of peasants who are regularly looking for food, but I'm sure I can give it a go. The Raven Queen might raise an eyebrow at me, but I will do it.
Well, she has deemed you on this mission, so you must do what you must do.
Our mission is to find the source and eradicate it, not to babysit townsfolk and peasants.
Well, if in the eradication of this plague, if it is decimating cities as it has this one, you will inevitably need to feed yourself along the way. So I suppose it is in there.
Maybe.
a repertoire to ask.
Well, one of the commandments of the Raven Queen is hold no pity for those who suffer and die, but death is a natural end of life.
It is, but if you were to suffer and die before reaching your mission, what a waste.
If I die in service to the Raven Queen, mission fulfilled or not, I will accept her embrace, as she has deemed it the correct time for me to come to her.
Well, depending on the circumstances of your death, Shadar, I may intervene and prevent you meeting her.
You do so, we will have words, my friend.
And then we shall, but if in completing my mission I require your services, I will write to your fine lady an IOU. The soul of one Shadar Viscount.
I'm sorry.
With most respects, of course.
We will burn that bridge when we come to it.
And burn it brightly.
We'll wander off and finish pitching his tent.
As he walks away, Sir Tyrion will smirk to himself that he has found the mortal coil with which he can wind Shadar up, and will take a knee and begin praying into his sword as he puts it into the ground point first and puts his forehead against the hilt.
Dina. Hi. You look very capable, I must say. And I was just thinking that there's a whole bunch of us around here, and we don't have any food. Now, I went to go talk to Tyrion, and as you can see, he's just kind of worshiping his sword at the moment. So I'm not sure if you're good at hunting, or even if you've seen any animals, really. I'm just trying to think of food, because there's a lot of us and no food.
I have the mushrooms if you want to eat.
I'm not trying to eat your shield. I don't know. Do you normally do that?
They're fine. They grow back.
Well, in desperate times, there are like 15 of us. I don't know if that's.
I suppose I have.
And we have days
for
of
a while
this.
from the forest, so I do know a good few things for hunting. Could grab Ulfric as well, teach him a few things. He's a bit skinny after all.
I can. I see you've got a tent, and I see Shadar's got a tent, which is great. I can make something for like 10 of us, 9 of us, 8 of us probably. But it's a clear summer day, so I think everyone else should be okay.
Oh, I'm not going to be sleeping in my tent. I'm setting it up for the little girl. It's to sleep.
Well, I will be sleeping in mine.
So as we go where Ulfric, Shadar, 2 armored people can stay here and watch the camp while we go search for food.
Oh, you want me to come with you?
I mean, if you don't want to. I mean, you just came to me and asked. I'd assume you'd want to go with us.
Yeah, I can go with you. That's not really good at this kind of stuff, I'm sure, but
I'll teach you a few things.
Great.
Go grab Ulfric, or the wizard.
And what is Alfred doing?
It's probably reading at the moment.
Well, that reading isn't going to last long. Shoot, go. I have to finish putting the tent up.
Chad's saying that Christina is very low. If there's anything you can do to improve your volume.
Give me a second. I don't know why it's low. Has it been low this whole time?
Yeah, you're
a little bit.
That's a bit better.
Yeah, that's better now. Yeah.
Maybe it's just your distance to the mic, maybe.
That's more like
I think that may have been it. I'm also talking in a low tone.
Huh. Sounding better now.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
That makes me feel better. I was straining a little bit. I'm like,
So what's the plan of action?
I
If it's
will.
been
Grab Elfric and Nina, Christina, and Elfric will go hunting. She's going to teach a few things.
if it's been 10 minutes of sword worship, Tyrion will
Is
stand.
that how
to his
long it
feet.
usually takes you?
Well, I mean, he'll stand up, put his 2 fingers to his mouth, and do an ear-piercing whistle as there's a howl in the distance as a celestial mastiff gallops out of the nearby woods to his side.
What?
This is very impressive.
Was that Andy squealing or Mina's character squealing?
Mina.
Well, Sir Tyrion will turn and say, "See, Tom delivers."
There, look up.
That's
Are we to
me,
eat
I don't know.
this?
Yeah, is
No,
it?
cannot eat him. He's no, but he
Aye.
can help
Help what?
hunt.
Oh, I
He has a
see.
fine smell and hearing. He could hear anything living better than I could. Well, I don't know about gifts the Raven Queen has bestowed upon you, but quicker and faster than me.
That does sound rather useful.
Yes, hunting dogs, they go hand in hand.
Christina, I'd imagine Christina has finished putting up her tent and is getting ready to go in the forest with or without everyone else.
Okay. So, would you guys like to head off and try and find some food then?
Seems like it.
Cool. Since you have the Mastiff with you, I would invite anyone to make a survival check with advantage. Anyone in the hunting party.
27.
Hi.
27.
Beautiful.
Very good.
So, yeah, you're about an hour and a half scouting around the local area where you've made your encampment. And you find 2 things during that time. Just when you're kind of about to kind of call it a night, you've ventured a little too far away from camp, it's time to turn back. You do find a deer, but it is already dead. On closer inspection, those of you who have dark vision would be able to see this from a little bit further away because it's getting quite dark now.
Flame Glaive.
Sure. That's fine. Yeah, you see this deer is already dead, and it has blotches of, again, this violet fungus
Oh
growing
dear.
on bits of its skin. It looks like it has been dead for several days. Whatever tickles your palate, I don't know. If you wanted to take that, you could. But
Do not touch it.
Yes,
but
I think
yeah,
we'd best not.
if you guys elect to leave it alone, you do find on your way back some, edible plants that you could procure and kind of boil and make into some sort of not very tasty but sustaining kind of stew.
Oh, that should do the job.
I'm going to say, wait, don't I have talk with plants? No, I speak with animals.
Yeah, you just talk with plants. All of them are just going, ah! No, I'm just kidding.
Are you safe to eat? And the plant's like, no,
No.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I will tell you.
Definitely not.
I will destroy your inside.
Well, I have good berry.
Okay.
What are we even doing here?
I didn't want to meta, but I did. I was like, damn, the druid doesn't have good berry?
Yeah, it would be a shame if we had no food. No.
Mina's pouring water out of her boot. I don't know what we're doing here.
The whole time, Christine's just been eating trail mix as they fucking walk.
A few mushrooms here and there, roasting it on the fire. Nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, you guys make it back to camp. You have your few little bits and pieces, but you did see that kind of distressing sight of the dead deer covered in fungus. But yeah, you are able to go to bed fed this evening.
Yeah,
Very well.
Christina does pop the good berries and also
Much
roast some
appreciated.
mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
Much appreciated.
Will we arrange some sort of watch rotation
I'll take first.
to ensure our continued survival?
Yes, of course. More than happy to take a watch.
Oh, of course, of course.
Very well. As am I.
These things have to be done.
And my friend here need not sleep, so I can set him to constantly do a slight perimeter around us and inform me if there is anything he does not like.
What is his name?
Now you know how I feel.
Yeah.
Fido.
I know it is.
Yes. Seems
Fido
appropriate.
Plum.
Very well.
So there will be a 3-watch rotation during your long rest. Who would like to take the first?
Christina,
Sorry, right before we get to it, I will, since when we're all eating our good berries and stuff, I'll mention so there's a bunch of us here that don't have any place to sleep, right? In terms of the civilians. I can make this hut that would keep at least 8 or 9 of us kind of safe and secure. But if I make this hut, I can't leave it. So I don't know if
Well,
you guys
Mina,
wanna
you're
take
in luck
watch around
because
it?
I can do quite the same thing myself.
Oh,
Between the
I
two
mean,
of us,
we
we
could
should be able
house.
to. We should be able to keep everybody safe from the elements.
Will it keep us safe from their incessant prattle?
Oh well,
Does it dampen sound somewhat?
it doesn't say anything about that in the book.
Well,
you'll
Mr.
find out.
This Jawbreaker says, will Tyrion worship his sword so he falls asleep better?
Every single night.
Well,
Well, you're not staying in my hut.
That's
Stay in
it's good.
mine. It does not dampen sound.
I'm assuming Mina's
I learned
talking
that the
about
hard way.
Liam's tiny hut, right?
Yes.
Just make sure we're on the same page. Okay, cool.
No, it's Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion.
It's tiny nut.
That would be nice.
So between the two of us, I think we can house 18. I'm not. I think we're like right over that. So if a couple of people want to not be,
Oh,
Well, there's some people
I'll
with
sleep in my
tents, aren't
tent.
Christina does have her tent for 2 people to sleep in, one being the little child and whoever.
Well, I know that you said you can do these capabilities, but perhaps if you were to allow the civilians to stay in your hut, they would need to sleep through the night and not midway need to relocate. So perhaps
they
one of
could
you
leave and come back.
Well, they could, but perhaps it'd be best if one of you forwent a watch and instead just kept the hut to remain for the civilians.
That's a good point.
Like if you were to leave your hut, it goes away, and the civilians
Yes,
are now in the
quite
elements
right.
and must
Yes.
swap. But if you were to not take a watch, you could maintain it for the entire evening for them.
If Alfric and I do that, we can house all of the civilians. And if the 3 of you were to alternate a watch, then
Yes.
So I don't
Yes.
mind. I've slept for 93 days. I'm feeling quite all right.
Yes, am I.
I've slept in worse environments.
Very well.
Well, I think we have ourselves a plan then.
Indeed.
Alrighty then.
Shadar will produce a bottle of wine that he had from like a little long ago and goes, well, I intend to finish this before any mushrooms start growing in it. Anyone like to partake?
Oh, just a small measure would be very pleasant.
Well, they don't carry cups, so take a swig. Pass the bottle over.
Actually, I think Christina has a cup.
I'll take a swig.
Yes, Christina has a cup.
I will take a swig.
Pulls out a mess kit.
It's most likely a very fine bottle of wine that he would have just taken from the Duke's house when he was
Nice.
or wherever he was served hospitality before he went off on his mission to eradicate the undead in the area.
Nice.
So
Yeah, Alfred will take a swig, but he'll use his mage hand to lift the bottle to his mouth.
Impressive.
By the way, at this point, Christina still has yet to eat.
Oh, you didn't pop a good berry?
No, she's waiting until it's her watch.
Okay.
Anyone
That's
else
that
get to
thing.
partake?
Christina holds a cup out from her musket.
Very well, there you go. Yeah, pour some in.
Mina will take a swig if offered.
There you go. Get it down,
And
as
then-
they say.
And then she'll head off to gather a bunch of the civilians because they gotta be in. Oh
Give the bottle back.
no, I gave it back.
Okay.
Yoink. Thank you.
Yeah, no, she takes a swig, she gives it back, and then she walks over and she kind of calls for a bunch of people to come together because they've all got to be in the radius before she casts it.
Cool.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
likewise for Alfred as well.
Okay. Is there anything else before you guys hit the hay, and who's taking the first watch?
Yeah, I'll
Christina's
just have a
taking
quick
first watch.
chat with Tyrion. about,
Okay. Yeah. Go for it. Go for it.
Tyrion, I heard you say earlier on you were chosen right hand of Torm.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
To lead me to believe that Torm himself has selected you through some sort of administrative process and assigned you the role of right hand of Torm.
Well, it's
Or are there several of your order who would claim to have the same privileges
well,
or responsibilities?
it's when I say we have the chosen right hand, it is. I'm not sure how your temple goes upon appointing its clerics, but when a paladin takes his oath, he has already been practicing his abilities to become devout to his god, and we call ourselves the Chosen because we have survived long enough to choose an oath and actually be fit enough to serve our god. As there are different oaths. There are, those who love nature, the Green Knights who fucking smoke up their own ass. You have obscure oaths like the Whisperers who speak of far off dangers, and then there are those like myself who vow vengeance against the evils of this world. And my oath, it is very rare for us to actually live long enough to serve our gods.
You've sworn an oath of vengeance, is it?
Yes, to protect the innocent from the evils in this world.
Vengeance against someone or something specific, or
Evil.
An abstract.
Anything that endangers
Image,
the innocent in
ideal.
this world.
Very well. It's interesting. So is there more than one chosen right hand of Torm, or are you it?
There are more. There are. I could not tell you exact numbers, but they
No, I
may
just
not all
wondering if-
practice their abilities as I do. But it is kind of a right my family has been foregoing for generations now. That the first male born goes to the temple and vows himself, strikes himself of our family name until he has served long enough to be retired.
I think I understand now. Thank you for explaining that to me.
Oh, no problem. It might not be the same for all paladins of Thorn, but it's how my family has done it for generations. Served us well so far.
Indeed. I'm happy to take the first watch if anyone wants to.
Christina's already raised her
I
hand.
believe
Oh,
Christina.
well, I'll take the second watch then. Or whatever watch is left.
Well, if you two wish to take the first and the second, I shall take the third in that case. See the night out.
Very well.
Righty.
Shadar, once he's finished the wine, will sit down and he'll take out a number of herbs and plants and things, and he'll crunch them up, and he will mix some clean water some water in with them, and he'll stir it about and put it over the fire until it's a nice cup of tea heat, and he'll knock it back in one go, and then he will hit the hay, divest himself of his armor, and put on his Raven Queen jammies.
Love it. Christina, as everyone heads back into their tents, their respective tents, and nods off. Actually, you said you wanted to do something first. You can go ahead and do that.
Christina is Once she makes sure everyone's not watching around, she's going to take off her mask, take a few breaths, and then pull out her bowl of roasted mushrooms. And start slowly eating. And she watches the night sky.
Okay. As you eat, can you roll a d20, please? You're eating and keeping an eye out on the surrounding area.
Just a random 1d20?
Just a straight d20, yep.
Oh,
Sounds like a luck check.
Oh!
Okay, let's get a d100 off you now.
Oh,
God.
Always
Yeah, at
happens
least-
when Christina has first watch.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's a Trask.
Ah.
You have a nicer DM than Matt does.
Wouldn't you know it, you set up camp in Jurassic Park. Yeah, 28. Okay, you you nod off for 5 minutes of your watch, and I don't know, maybe it was from a hit you took. I don't know if you took damage in the last combat or anything, but okay. Well, maybe you just have a bad dream, because on a 28, you nod off for 5 minutes and wet the bed. You're just gonna not smell very good for the next couple of hours. But yeah, that is all that happens on your shift.
Beck is having flashbacks.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So yeah, your shift goes other than that without incident, but it is now Shadar's turn.
Yeah, he has to be shaken awake.
Oh, okay.
Because of what he...
She's going to
what
put
he
her
had.
mask back up and then go over to the tent and poke it with the end of her glaive.
Ah.
Turn.
What?
Your watch.
Already?
Yes.
Are you sure? Shadar will scramble out of the tent, start putting his armor on, look at the moon, stars as if to check. Very well, it seems you are correct. What's that smell?
The mushrooms.
I was just going to say, if you weren't, with your passive perception, you definitely smell that.
More like it. Very well. Sleep well.
So,
And Shadar will sit down by the fire and start poking it.
yeah, so you
After about 5 minutes, he'll sit with his back to the fire once he has it stirred up, so as not to disturb his night vision.
perfect. Yeah. Can I get a d20 from you as well, please? So you do your fire stoking and then turn your attention to the surrounding area.
Here comes a d20.
That one.
15.
15. Yep, nothing happens during your shift, and all is well with the world.
It's good.
Cool. Yep. Shadar will take that and he'll go.
Okay.
He'll wake up Tyrion.
Perfect.
Well, my friend, your watch has arrived. Good fortune to you if you need anything.
Yes, it seemed quiet.
Speak the alarm word. Shadar will go into bed.
Christina's just sleeping outside on the ground.
As Shadar walks away, Tina will go, "Did we set up an alarm word?"
You hear snoring from his head.
That is impressive. I don't understand these half-elves. And so Tyrion will pick up his armor and go over to the fire and start putting it on as he checks in with the Mastiff in case it has seen anything on its patrol.
Yeah, Fido hasn't picked up much. Yeah, nothing of note. But yeah, Sir Tyrion, as you kind of plop yourself down on a bit of a fallen log in front of the fire, roll a d20 for me, please. Yeah, and again, nothing of note happens during your watch. It's smooth sailing. And,
Civilians quiet.
Civilians quiet. Yeah.
They were good.
Yep. Not a peep out of him. And there was Strawbreaker wants to know how many of them sleep naked. Well, that's not for me to say. We all know
There's 3
Shadar has.
so far.
We all know
One
Shadar
keeps
has his
trying to
gym
worship
gems.
his sword.
Yes, Raven Queen jammies. Yeah,
Yeah. Is it a onesie? That's the important question.
it sure is. Yeah.
So, Sir Tyrion, you see dawn break, and it is now morning.
It's always prepared. Can we get the benefits of a long rest?
Yep, you absolutely can.
Excellent.
Yay!
Bomb.
Same as it was prior. Just a little dirty.
Put everything back.
Just
up.
makes yourself a target.
So I'm going to create food and water.
Sounds like a plan.
And I will get rid of Revivify for that. No, only joking. I'll get rid of Master Word, I think.
All of a sudden, Mina's drumming.
Infernal drums.
Christina is going to ask Alfred to cast Prestus clean up really quick.
Oh yeah, what?
Just do it. Just cast. No questions.
Yeah, it's just sort of he's sort of over his shoulder, just.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're quite
Do
welcome.
you still have the sample?
Oh yes, of course.
Good.
So Shadar will approach Mina in the morning. I wish to thank you for the sacrifice you made last night and spending the night with the civilians. It cannot have been easy.
Yeah, her left eye just twitches a little bit. She's like, she's like smoothing down frizzled hair, and you see the couple of kids are just running around. She's like, I am a good person. I'm a good person. And she's just gonna walk away. I am such a good person.
Mina, I heard you speaking about food and water last night, so I've prepared a spell this morning that can counter that problem.
You can make food?
Yes, well, see it as the bounty of the Raven Queen. She's gifted me with the power to create food and water. So let me find it. Shadar is going to cast create food and water. I'll throw into the.
It's not mushrooms, is it?
Oh, mushrooms.
No, it's bland but it's very, very nourishing. Click to create food and water. You create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground or in containers with enough range, enough to sustain 15 humanoids for 5 steeds. So 15 humanoids for 24 hours. Food is bland but nourishing and spoils if uneaten after 24 hours. The water is clean and doesn't go bad.
Where are you putting the
quite a lot.
water?
Yeah, well, look, we can all just get out
Well, you definitely have an empty wine bottle.
Yeah, empty. Yeah, well, whatever we have, we'll throw out.
I think we had a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, you can put it into a wheelbarrow. So perfect. So enough for 15 people. How many do we have? It's what's a plus what?
You have
I think
11.
we're at 18. No, well, with us, we're
No,
16.
11 total.
11 total. So there's enough
we're
for any
fine.
steeds.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
We're
didn't
gonna
think
be
we were a lot bigger.
dining like kings.
No,
Oh,
the guardsmen stayed back at Grendahl.
Okay, cool.
They didn't come
So
with.
he'll clutch his holy symbol and mutter a few words. Let me just see if he actually mutters a few words. Verbal somatic. Mutters a few words under his breath, throws his eyes up to heaven at this irritating spending of a spell slot and use of his power. But he does it nonetheless and says, takes what he needs and then goes, very well, dig in, peasants.
I have a question. That celestial mastiff, Fido, is he friendly?
If I want him to be.
Do you want him to be?
Well, friendly to any companions, yeah, but anyone else, he is very vicious.
Mina 100% is trying to have some puppy time. Like, oh, look at you, you're so big and fluffy. Especially after dealing with civilians for 8 hours.
Well, that
Maybe
begs
draw
the
back from not
question
having our
as what languages does Mina speak? Because he may not speak your language.
That's fair. but I feel like dogs inherently understand.
And rubs, yeah.
I feel like it's a bit universal.
If a celestial mastiff conjured by the will of a god is a pupper, 100%.
speak- Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
He does not understand you, but if Sir Tyrion sees you approach Fido, he will mentally send him a note to play along.
Play along.
I'm beginning to see a pattern forming here. Episode 1 was bees. Episode 2 was horses. Episode 3 is doggos.
Theme animal each week.
Episode 30, Jurassic.
I was just going to say episode 10 is going to be something queer like giraffes or something. But we'll wait and see. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
Cool. So I have popped up the map of Gastonia here. You make it about halfway to Femlis, and on towards afternoon time, 3-4 p.m., you reach the checkpoint that the guards were talking about. And the guards, as you mentioned earlier, did mention that their replacement unit is 3 days late. It wasn't necessarily the guys from the checkpoint, but people coming from Femlis up to Grendahl. But they would certainly have to pass through this checkpoint in order to reach there. I will drag you over to this map. So on approach, you guys all see a couple of little kind of wooden shacks. They look kind of haphazardly built, probably mostly recently in the last couple of weeks or months. And this little kind of stopping point has been manned by a few guards. They're wearing the same sort of armor, bearing the same kind of symbols as the Fenwell dukedom, the guys back at the gate. And you also see 2 mastiffs, would you believe, guarding the gate with them. And as you approach, the fella down here is holding out his hand in a kind of stop motion. But obviously, you're about where you are now away, a good 50 or 60 foot away, and he beckons you to stop. And he says, "Travelers, what brings you through this checkpoint? This is the road to Grendahl."
Christina's just going to turn to Tyrion and Shadar and say, "You guys got this."
Should we not let them know the Duke is here?
Oh, yeah, they got that, I believe.
We are survivors of Grendahl. No. Yeah, what?
Yeah, sorry, this is the road to Femlis, he says.
This is the road from Grendahl.
That's what
they really are hiring the dregs, aren't they? This guy doesn't even know what road he's guarding.
Well, technically not wrong. He's just pointing in the wrong direction.
I suppose so.
We are escorting survivors from Grendahl to Femlis. We have in our ranks the Duke.
He looks up to the guy, the chap on the ground here, he looks up to the guy on this kind of elevated area, and has his bow not drawn, but like in his hand, kind of resting by his waist, and he looks up at him and looks back, and they both just kind of let out a laugh. It's like, "All right, lads, you have Albrecht Fenwell II in your midst, do you?"
No, the first.
Is that right? Well, seems you're traveling with a ghost, then it seems. And at this point,
did you die? You should have told me this whole time. I've been worried about you eating and drinking and having shelter.
Yeah, and at that point, like Albrecht, the guy that's with you, the Duke, he pipes up and says, "It is I. Yes, I have been contained within Grendahl for quite some time, but I am alive and, well, for the most part, well, but I shall be reassuming control upon an audience with my son, but you may step aside and stand down." And he'll look at the mastiffs, and Tyrion, he'll kind of whisper kind of to you and says, "Hiring more riffraff. I never had a canine unit among my ranks. They must really be struggling." Anyway.
Mina looks a little offended.
But the guard calls out and says, well, Duke or not, if you're passing through our checkpoint, we need to do an inspection. So you'll be taking off all your weapons, and you'll be passing through, and we'll be doing just a little check, make sure everything's all in order.
Is this?
I can't believe
is
they'd
this
be so
above
rude
board?
to their sovereign.
I don't believe a second of this. Can I? This seems like it just seems dodgy.
Okay, you can roll insight.
Can I roll in?
Can we all roll insight?
I will. Yeah. So
like
the
a
way
group insight,
I
or
think
like how do you want to
we're
do
all
it?
suspicious here.
the way we're going to do that is, Matt, if you want to roll insight as well, but we'll take either your or Dave's roll as the party roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, close, but let's go with
insightful
Shadar's.
folk.
They're not getting
yeah,
anything past us.
Yeah, like I mean, Shadar, you've travelled all around Castonia. How many checkpoints have you run into, and how many times have you been asked to approach the guard?
Don't be suspicious. Don't.
Yeah, like I
be
mean,
suspicious.
anytime you've been brought to a checkpoint, you're allowed to carry your weapons through, but you obviously not have them drawn or anything like that. But this person is asking you to lay down your arms and approach.
Under no circumstances will I lay down the weapons granted me by the Raven Queen, my friend.
Rightly so. Rightly so.
Show some manners and show some deference to your sovereign.
How many of you have a passive perception over 20? I know.
Woo!
I have 19.
Over 20.
I have 19.
23.
Yeah, I knew Shadar did. I wanted
Yeah.
to make sure if anyone else saw and
We're
hear what
close.
they're about to hear. But everyone's attention seems to be on this guy at the ground. But Shadar, you just kind of flick your eyes over to this guy up on this raised, elevated kind of, what's the word, like balcony, I suppose?
Yeah.
Or stand.
Platform.
But platform. And you see the one hand that has his bow by his waist, you can see his left hand is behind his back. He is making a hand signal behind his back.
Oh.
Where the guard in the platform? Some skullduggery is afoot.
I'm starting to get a feeling these might be brigands.
You might want to stand behind us.
And can
Lord.
I make an active perception check to see if there's any of these guys fit the description of the guy that went off at Minas Horse?
Yes.
I love Shadar already.
Great. What's
It's
roll
not
one on this?
because the person that stole my horse, I remember what they look like.
That
And
is
it's tall,
12.
light-skinned human who wore a
So,
red bandana around
Can I
his
guide
forehead.
myself?
Sure.
Clutch his holy symbol. That's a 15.
They're all wearing armor and helmets, but you don't see
Don't see that earring.
that earring or any flecks of that blonde hair. But what you do hear then is the guard calling final warning. Drop
Yes,
your weapons.
It is indeed your final warning, sir.
Why is it always combat?
Very well, and you just hear him go.
Can I be honest with you? After last night with the civilians, I'm actually looking forward to a little combat.
Yeah, because that's
Almost got to
exactly
feel
what
sorry
happens.
for them.
Out of the tree here, an arrow comes flying. And it is going to hit the talkative one, which was Shadar.
It's going to try.
I'm going to try.
Don't rise.
It's
the anger of the DM.
This will be with advantage because he is not seen by you.
Even with a passive perception of 23? Okay.
Don't matter.
Don't think
Okay.
16
Okay.
will hit anyway.
It certainly won't. Shadar will just hear the just cools cucumber to go. Hold the shield up.
Well, I think we all know what happens next.
Let's
These
go.
people
Let's
going
go.
to
Let's
die?
go. Oh man,
Ah, shit.
That was-
Hey!
Come on, man.
Holy Christ.
You see them take off their helmets, and the armor was only fastened on by loose bindings, and you can see they're actually wearing a lot lighter armor underneath. This person has revealed their location.
There's more people. I see. Burn the forest.
let's go. Let's go.
Let's roll initiative for them.
Kane says, did that not come up on his radar?
Nice.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Nice indeed.
Sorry now. Where is this person gone?
Oh, just wait till Christina gets close. Someone's getting yanked.
And last but not least, this guy. And that should do it for everyone. Let's get some battle music all up in here.
I fell off on the shelf, says, shoot that poison shot arrow. There you guys are great tonight.
I love how punny everyone is in chat.
Yeah.
It's great.
A gift that keeps
Where,
on giving.
where am I in the turn order?
Did you click your character?
Yeah, I
before
did.
hitting initiative?
Let me add you in manually. What did you roll?
15.6. 15.6.
0.16.
15.16.
Yes.
And boom.
Huzzah!
Sir Tyrion, as Shadar just like deflects this bolt, you are able to rush into action should you see fit. Oh, I never rolled for the doggos.
Don't make me kill
Doggos.
doggos, Mark. Don't make me kill doggos.
Don't
You don't
worry,
have
I
to.
have talk with animals. I can convince them otherwise.
Turn them against their masters.
Talk with animals. They're just going to say no.
I respectfully
Nice,
decline.
juicy steak.
I mean, it doesn't help that Christine is just a person with a giant bone for a face either.
Look at me, I'm more
Practical
animalistic
doggo.
than you.
Love it.
Yeah, this is a homebrew dog class our enemy that I have.
Oh, it's
Practical
class.
So it means we can
It's-
multi-class into it.
It's
Got
not
it.
it's not a class, but it
Awesome.
is definitely an enemy, and it is
Speaking-
barking with ferociously large teeth, ready to eat.
Here we go.
Typical.
It's going to
Speaking
maximum
of
bork drive.
doggos.
Oh yes, let me sort that out for you. Let me get Fido on the scene.
It might
Oh,
only
yeah.
last half a round, but he's here.
What's his AC?
12.
I will
He's
give
the
him-
second best boy.
I'm gonna give him give you control of him there now.
Oh,
there
there's
he
a
is.
dog in front of me now.
Oh,
Yes, Sir Tyrion, you're free to act.
Right. I think he is menaced. First of all, the Fido is going to viciously roar and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 and charge straight at the one which he's seen attack Shadar. And Sir Tyrion is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, approaching the platformed one. And when he reaches the space of the 30-foot distance, he is going to disappear
No.
in a puff of silvery mist and scare the Christ out of the bloke in the tower as he arrives beside him. And he will swing on him. With
now that was pretty cool.
sword. 22
Oh, that'll certainly hit.
for 17 points of damage.
Alrighty.
Let's go for the second one.
Oh, of course.
Fucking paladins, man.
Did it roll? Ah, there you go. 17
17 will hit.
for 10.
Alrighty.
Well done, Sir Tyrion.
And that will end his turn.
Okay. Now, this guy, equipped with a sword, this guy here, he will use his action to dash behind this house, this one here. And he will, that was his bonus action actually, in cunning action. He's going to hold an action. And wouldn't you all like to know what that is? But that is his turn.
Sure, we'll find out.
Alfred.
Okay. I will step forward a little bit, get a bit of room for myself and get a better view. And moving to that spot, I can just about, in my line of sight, see this guy in here in this bush.
Yep.
I and I'll draw my wand, raise it in an arc above my head, and I will fling a scorching ray at him.
Let's be having it.
Which I believe is that 3 separate attack rolls for scorching ray.
Is nice.
Oh, that's we'll roll our damage and then we'll roll on that critical table.
I hope that guy's
Sure. And for
that
the
guy's name is Ray.
record, I have empowered evocation from being an evocation wizard. So I add a +5 to all evocation spell damages.
Nice. Let's be
But I
having
put
it.
that into roll 20, so it should.
Cool. Auto do it. Yep. That has done it for you. Yeah. So 13 plus 4.
Cool.
17. And you can. That's with your crit, isn't it? It is.
Yes, yeah. And then there's the other 2 still to roll.
Let's roll that D100 first.
Okay.
Before we follow up.
See what we got.
89.
89, that's got to be pretty tasty, right?
Your spell strikes with great force. Roll an additional set of spell damage dice above and beyond your normal critical roll.
Okay, so that's another 2d6,
Goodness.
right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
We literally set him ablaze.
My
I
God.
really have no time for brigands.
27 points of damage
We
on
have
your
an important
first one.
scientific mission to accomplish.
Yeah, as you send this like scorching ray in a beeline straight for the tree, sending a number of the leaves and branches ablaze, but hitting him square in the chest. You just hear this cry of pain as the burst of flames just erupt from this piece of vegetation.
Quite right too. Shall I roll the other 2?
Absolutely, yeah. He's still alive. He's in a hell of a lot of pain, but 28 is going to hit. 12, nice.
Last
And again,
roll.
yeah. Another hit, damn.
We'll take it.
Get out of the way of science.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't mess with Alfred when he has, important research to be doing. He is really
I
badly
see your
burnt.
luck has improved, Matt.
Oh.
Indeed.
Ouch.
Alfred's only theoretically on fire. But the other guy is very much so really on fire and hurting big time, but still alive.
Is that tree not on fire?
The tree is, it's catching fire. Nothing to worry about just yet.
And I think that will do it for my turn. Thank you very much.
I'll be here all night.
I think I've taught him a lesson.
Alrighty. This guy next to Tyrion is going to fight back. So after you struck him, he'd be like, you bastard! Take this! And he'll just drop his crossbow, and just as he unsheaths the blade, he's just going to come out with an attack. Let's see.
I'll freaking kill that guy.
7 ain't going to do much. But he gets another. So let's see what a 7 does.
Does a 7 hit, Mark?
It doesn't, I don't think, no. But guess what? He has 1 more short sword attack.
No.
7 again, please.
Lucky number 7.
Oh,
20.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Dang.
Oh.
All right.
Armor, baby.
Yeah. Like you just kind of like go back like this with the first swing, go like that with the second, but the first one I guess you on the pauldron, but it just bounces off with that little ping. Next up is a guy that you don't see yet, and he's aiming at Alfric.
What?
I have a
This will be
feeling he's
with-
in the other tree.
19 to hit.
Oh, yes, the 19's a hit.
I'm gonna throw sneak attack in on top of this because you don't see him.
oh.
Well, I mean, we can see where it came from.
Wow, 2 points of damage, but the sneak attack.
This is going to be the nasty part.
Is going to do an additional 12. And yes, indeed, he does reveal his position by doing this.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Oh, good. Someone in distance.
Didn't you see what I did to the other one? Oh.
And he is going to use his cunning action to... he's just gonna jump from the tree down to about here. So he's on ground level with you guys, and yeah, that's him. So let's have Christina.
Good. Christina, seeing the arrow being lobbed, she's gonna do two things. One, she's gonna use her Guardian of Nature and enter the beast form.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you're going with your primal beast.
The second thing she is gonna do is use her wild. Where is it at? Not fungal infestation, symbiotic entity, which gives her. Where's the calculator? Pretty much while she becomes more animalistic in like her stature, her body just instantly becomes head to toe covered in mushrooms.
Nice. Indistinguishable from those things he fought before.
Yeah.
It's a solid layer of mushrooms.
Alrighty. Yep.
I'm trying to find 19. That's 36 additional temporary hit points.
Nice. Tanky as hell.
Impressive.
36.
36.
Yeah.
And she is going to spend her 40 movement. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That right there. And she's going to stare him dead in the face.
Imagine that thing running towards you.
No, she is going to yell behind her to get the civilians into cover.
Alrighty. Yeah, they're, I suppose, on... Yeah, I never actually put in for the civilians' turn. I'm just going to have them act on your turn.
Yeah,
So
I think that's what we did last time, too.
I think it is, yeah. So where is the best place you want to direct them?
Honestly, from where I can see, suppose either have them sort themselves behind the tree, stumps if they can, or
There, maybe.
try not to put themselves out in the open.
Ooh,
So-
Asgard's D&D Adventures just came by with the raiding
Oh,
party.
welcome,
thanks,
guys.
guys.
Hey, hello.
We're just battling some thieves disguised as town guard here. So we're going to direct them down this way, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. It is this thief that only Tyrion can see, and because only Tyrion can see him, he is going to attack Tyrion. That's a 23 this time.
Yeah, that one will find a spot.
Yeah, that'll find a nice kink in the armor for a mere 3 points of damage.
Barely a
Minuscule.
scratch.
But he is going to use the rest of his cunning action to just jump down and out of sight. And that is it. We are with Shadar now.
Dara will walk up beside Elfric and say,
Oh, so the one that you said only Tyrion can see, I might be able to see him.
I don't think you can.
That one?
Right. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
so should I walk up beside Elfric and say,
Very well done, my friend.
Well,
You'll see you'll meet the Raven Queen soon enough.
and turn towards, let me just make sure I have my range correct. Yeah. He will turn towards the guy that Tyrion is fighting, and he will say,
Oh, hark, my friend. Do you hear the Raven Queen's bell tolling for thee?
and he will cast
Toll the dead.
I'll bang it out there now, and everyone hears a very loud, dolorous bell sound. The tolling of the bell fill the air as he will take 3d12 necrotic damage.
Which guy was this now, did you say?
The guy that's fighting Satyrion.
Okay.
Let me just,
Save. Do. Not a wise guy.
No, so let me just click. I think I wonder if I have it here in my. No, I'll just roll 3d12. And that should be 23 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Yeah. You see
Nice.
Tyrion before you, as you hear that faint ring of a bell in your ears, he's covering his ears. He's just going, what the bloody hell is this? And you see just like strands of his hair starting to go grey, and you see these crow's feet form around his eyes, and his once kind of bluish eyes are turning a palish kind of grey. But he's still up.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Standing there pointing his hand at him like that. His eyes kind of roll back in his head. So I got.
Oh yeah, he is very distraught after that.
Actually,
But still alive and kicking.
I think I might.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
There's something I can do here as well.
You get an additional D8 on that for Divine Strike or something?
Do I?
Or is that only melee weapon
Sorry.
attacks?
No, yeah, I think you're right, actually, yeah. Potent spellcasting, starting at 8th level, you add wisdom modifier to the damage deal. So that would, just because it's not in my attack, so that would be another +4, so it's 27. Thanks for that.
I'll subtract that. -4, and good to go.
And I will also... Can you cast 2 spells in a round? Can you cast a cantrip in a spell?
I think so.
You
If the
always
spell is
forget the rule with that.
If it's a bonus action, might as well throw out my spiritual weapon.
I think it has to be a cantrip.
Oh, if it's a bonus action, yeah.
If a spell can be cast as a bonus action, you can cast a spell and a cantrip in the same turn.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I will crack out my spiritual weapon, which will take the form of you guessed it, a spectral raven, which will start harrying. It will
That's
start
very nice.
harrying this gentleman here. 60 feet, yeah. So it's out there.
Just like the Raven Queen. Oh, that's very good.
You see, I have a theme going here, my friend. I call it a motif, if you will. And, hark now, see it fly, watch it fly. And towards that unfortunate there, it would peck his eyes out.
And so I guess I can make a... Sorry, let me just... Cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. So that's what I'll do. So it'll be beside this fella here. And I believe I wonder if it's... Sorry, I'm going to try and find it here on my front. Spiritual weapon, boom. Level 2.
Let's have a look. See.
23.
Oh,
nice.
that will certainly do it. Yeah.
So, do I get Blessed Strike as well? I don't think I do on a... No, I don't. I'll throw that in there. Blessed Strike. Your Blessed Strike flying creature takes damage on one of your cantrips or weapon attacks. No, so that doesn't count. So he's the 10 force damage.
Alrighty.
Cool. Thanks for that. Sorry about that.
No hassle at all. Next up, we have our tactical doggo. And it is going to make a leap over this palisade and go straight for Christina. And is going to use its special ability. Can I get a strength save from
Nice.
Stick 'em.
as he jumps on you, aiming for the neck? 2 paws outright, going right for your chest.
Give me sanity checks, because I'm pretty sure I get advantage with strength. Strength-based attacks. No.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. It comes right at you, but you're able to kind of like deflect it off. So it actually kind of lands just over here.
Good.
And
Good.
yeah, it is kind of looking up at you like with that growling face and kind of really large drops of drool just dropping to the ground. It is ready to attack again, but can't do until its next turn. So Mina, you are up.
Yeah. So Mina's gonna run kind of towards / with the civilians, the 30 feet, just kind of down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then she can see this guy, so she's gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast him.
He's having a bad old time. He's on fire. He got hit with 6 rays. Now he's going to get Eldritch Blast.
He looks like a relatively easy target, and
absolutely.
I'll be honest.
Sitting duck.
Twas a 22.
Twas, and so it shall hit.
I only did 2 damage on that one. But I got some more. 19 for 10.
Yep. You take every bit of that. And
Last one is a 20 for 7.
Yeah, like I mean, this guy is now he's still alive. He's like that guy from Austin Powers who just won't die.
It's
But
impressive.
quite
honestly.
yeah,
I'm still alive.
I'm very badly burned. But,
That was a good movie series.
Absolutely, but yeah, this guy is just hanging in there.
Yep.
Actually, quite literally, like is almost fallen out of the tree at this stage. You think tree scorching rays and
It's
tree
still in the
blast.
tree.
Yeah, like I mean, there was no blast effect that for a bard's Eldritch Blast.
Nope, there's none.
Impressive.
All our soul and can't even blast him out of a tree.
Time for sorry, I presume that
I
was
know.
it for me now.
I can't do any. I can't do. I
Bardic
will
inspiration.
Give, yeah, hold. Shush. Thank you. I will give it to Tyrion. You're doing a great job, right hand.
So it is our second tactical doggo's turn. It's going straight for Christina. It's going to dash.
Oh, good.
Make it
More
to
blood for the
here.
slaughter.
Now, it used its action to dash, so it's not going to be able to attack this turn.
Oh, that's fine.
And Half Elf on the shelf says someone should do a Cuchulainn on the doggo. So, anyone who isn't familiar with that, Cuchulainn's dog didn't end up so good. So, Sir Tyrion, let's be having you.
Well, so this individual, Crispy, is in the tree. He's high up.
He's about the same level as you right now.
Right, well, in that case, Fido, seeing that he hasn't been knocked out of the tree, will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, go behind Sir Tyrion's assailant and make an attack on him, which is a +3, so let's roll a d20. Walk off, turn order in the way.
I just realized
12's not going to do it.
No, it's not. It's not going to do it.
Does he have advantage, being that the person is facing
Oh,
the
he's
way?
Very fair
Well
point.
done,
Yeah,
well
that would be
done.
advantage. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Oh no,
So 21, that'll
that's
do
more
it.
like it. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll definitely do the job.
Right,
Oh,
so the
yeah.
damage is 1d6 plus 1.
Every little helps.
So he takes 4 points of damage. And can he make a strength saving throw? DC 11.
Oh,
He is knocked prone.
Alrighty. Yeah, so
Beautiful.
Fido just catches him he bites right into his side here and then catches him up by the collar, just drags him to the ground. He is prone.
What a good boy!
And I can't imagine what is going to happen next. Prone alone. Love it.
Advantage. Right.
Prone in front of the paladin is never
Still
a
on
good
point with the
situation.
puns.
Nope.
You gotta love it.
Wait,
Seeing
there's a
him
ladder.
fall on his back. Strike. Ooh, 12's not gonna do it.
Ooh.
Ooh, no, it's not.
God damn. Let's try again.
That was also a nat 1.
Ooh. No.
Could have been a lot
I already
worse.
said no.
No, it was a with advantage, so he was saved of that.
20.
20 will do it, yeah.
For an additional 10.
So this guy is looking just as bad as his comrade in the tree. Not good.
And that will end his turn. Yeah.
Thief that previously hit himself.
Oh,
He's going to move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
wait, I just remembered something.
He's not going to move anymore. He's going to stay put. And Alfric is going to go up.
Yes, I would like to cast Hypnotic Pattern. I'm going to try and cast it such that it gets these two dogs and the thief over here, but obviously not Christina.
Yeah,
I
makes
can
sense.
draw a box if you'd like. but-
Sure, yeah. Like, I mean, I don't mind. I kind of get the gist of what you're saying.
yeah, it's a 30-foot cube in that area,
So, wisdom save coming up.
and the DC is 18.
Oof, they haven't been very wise. Yeah, that's a 3 from the thief. Here come the dogs.
Ooh, I don't know if that's good now.
Yeah, so only this dog is going to.
It's a very wise dog.
It's a very,
Yeah.
very wise dog. Yeah,
Um,
top of the class in his canine unit.
And before I end my turn, I'll say, my friends, it may be wise to capture one of them alive so that we can get some information out of them.
Mark, I just want to mention, while the dogs are running at me, I do have a reaction that pops up when they do run towards me.
Okay.
The halo spores.
Okay, cool. We'll retcon it at this point before the hypnotic pattern kicks in, but I suppose going forward, just if you don't shout it, it doesn't happen kind of thing. But yeah, we'll retcon it.
I just wanted to give you a heads up, because I genuinely forgot about it till now.
No worries. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and... Well, you only get to attack one of them. Oh, no, sorry, both, because one was on one turn and one was the other. Yeah.
It's whatever in a 10-foot radius.
But you only get one reaction.
Yeah. Here, I'll just pop it up in the chat so people can read it.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and do your attack. But yeah, so when the hypnotic pattern goes off, just this thief and one of the dogs just seem completely enthralled by Elfric's spell, and they are definitely distracted, charmed by this.
And is this, just with my movement, is this tree stump here something that I could take any form of cover behind?
You would get a little bonus if you were to duck. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I shall move to here and try and cover anything from that direction.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to get you to roll anything for that. That's fine.
Sure.
People will still be able to see you, but you will have a little bit of cover.
Cool. Okay, and I end my turn.
Alrighty. This thief is going to pick himself up, see that he is in a very bad situation indeed, and he's going to disengage. I don't think he's just going to attempt to disengage anyway.
Mm-hmm. Coward!
Jump down to 3, 4, 5, 6.
He was prone, so it's half of his movement to get up, right?
Good shout. Yeah,
nice.
That's very true. He only makes it to there. But he will... Yeah, he already used his cunning action, so he will use his action to move. He will dash, so he'll get it. 2, 3,
Our lands with the slaughter.
5, 6. He can't make an action at this point, but that is what he will do. This guy is distracted by the hypnotic pattern. I think he can make a save, though, at the end of his turn.
Correct, yeah.
18's going to be tough to snap out of, but we'll see what we can do. Oh! No, close, but not there.
We'll have to do better than that.
He will indeed. Christina, your turn.
I don't think they do get a save at the end of their turn.
Do they? Let's see.
I think it's just until they take damage.
You're dead right. It doesn't say it. Yeah, you're dead right.
It's a crazy spell for level 3.
I didn't know that. That's very good.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Christina is now surrounded.
Good charm for duration, yeah.
I feel like you like that, though.
Yeah,
swing the glaive with no abandon.
Yeah, well, she does get auto advantage on her attacks, so. Though, you know what? I have a dumb idea that might work.
Sometimes the dumb ideas are the best ideas.
The thing is, would I be able to target? I don't think I'll target myself with this. It's confusion. Then again, that's concentration.
Oh.
You are concentrating on a spell already.
Yes.
Yeah. So that will cancel that if you decide to do that.
Well, I'll have a dog and bandit who's already looking really dead. You know what? I know exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, something popped up. I am going to make a flame strike attack, or searing smite.
Okay. Who is the unfortunate recipient of said blow?
The dude that just ran up.
There you smite.
Sorry about that.
Well, he ran to me, so...
Yep.
Oh, that's 4d6 I get to add?
That's concentration?
That is also concentration.
Well, I mean, if I'm just doing it for the normal hit... Alright, fine. You know what? Just normal hit, then.
Okay.
Advantage. Submit.
16 just hits.
Oh, that's good.
10 damage, and then I got to do the 3d6 too. Actually, no, it'd be more than that because with the symbiotic entity, the damage gets upped by another die. So 46 total. Slash. It's slash R, right?
Yep. So Christina just kind of surrounded by these mixture of thieves and mastiffs, half of which are in a state of, I suppose, distraction, confusion. Christina just lashes out with your flame glaive. And for a total then of, so let's see, 11 plus 9, so 28 points of damage.
And top of the bees and spores and...
Absolutely, yeah, everything all combined. How would you like to finish this guy off?
You know,
He thought he got away.
Mm-hmm.
stab him right through the face and twist the glaive. And then with my reaction, the spores around me are going to bubble up on him. Which is a fungal infestation.
Alrighty. That is gruesome. But is there anything else you'd like to do for the rest of your turn?
No, not particularly.
Alrighty. Let me see then. A thief that none of you can see at the moment is going to make a move. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, the thief is still back alive with 1 hit point.
Oh yes, yeah, correct. Yeah. Put a different status on him. We'll say this one. Guy's going to come around the corner, make it to about here, and that is with his cunning action. So he has an action, but he's not going to use it to dash just yet. Shadar, your turn.
Well, my friends, it seems one of your friends has already met the Raven Queen. Would the rest of you like to meet her as well?
And he will... This guy's dead, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. No,
he's
sorry,
fungal
I thought you killed
Yeah.
one. Okay.
No,
he did die.
Yeah, he did. You saw Christina stab this guy in the face, but then a moment later, he
Oh,
became
yeah,
reanimated.
yeah.
You've seen this happen before.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Well, I actually haven't because I wasn't in line of sight. So Shadar will look at this and look at Christina and look at that again.
It's the same mushrooms growing in Christina that's grown on him.
It's like that, is it?
So which one of these guys looks like they've taken damage? Over here and here. This guy took damage from my spiritual weapon, didn't he?
Yeah, this guy. Oh, let me draw that in. Actually, sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
So everyone bar this guy and the dogs look okay.
Okay.
These two are asleep, or they're hypnotized.
I'm gonna draw my best impersonation of a raven.
Excellent. So these two are hypnotized.
Yes,
Yeah.
these two are.
Okay,
that
cool,
one
thanks,
isn't, and this dog's awake.
Okay, grand.
No, there's your little raven.
Thank you. Excellent. Do I have control of him?
No.
Okay, no worries. Okay. Should I use a bonus action to move it? Sorry, Mark.
That's fine.
20 feet.
Just ping where you want it to go.
5, 10, 10, 15, 20. Move it to there. Move it to there and just keep it there. So.
Oh, I left behind the beak.
Don't forget the beak. It's the most important part. And Shadar will move.
It's a big old beak.
5, 10, 15. Sorry, 15, 20, 25, and get to here. Sorry, 30 to here. Can he see this guy in the tree?
Yep.
He
is like hanging out of the tree almost, just kind of one arm kind of roped around a branch, and he's just kind of like going, God, I need to get out of here. But I don't think he's going to.
My friend.
He will, same thing again. He'll cast Toll the Dead on this fella here. Wisdom saving throw.
They haven't been rolling well on that. Yeah,
No,
3.
it's not going to do. Let me just
streak
see if
continues.
I can find it down here. It's not in my things.
Isn't it 3d12?
It is, yeah. No, I just want to see if it was in the front of my character sheet as an attack.
No, you have
It's
to
not.
custom make it.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Like during the break, maybe. Okay, so there's 3D, not great. 19 plus 4, 23.
Shadar, would you like to describe how this poor soul perishes?
Yeah, when Shadara says,
Hark, the Raven Queen tolls, the bell tolls for thee, my friend.
and he'll just, no one else can hear it but Shadar, and maybe a little kind of hint of it for Sir Tyrion, and he just clutches his ears and begins screaming, and his eyes just start bleeding blood and pink fluid, and as he takes his hands away from his ears and looks at them in terror, they're covered in this kind of pink foamy fluid as well, and he just his eyes roll back in his head and he falls out of the tree.
Yeah, that'll certainly do it. Anything else from yourself, Shadar? As you gruesomely finish off this poor soul.
No, I think that's all he's got. He will take cover behind this as well. Whatever covered that afford. He won't go prone, but whatever covered it for, he will stay there.
Yeah,
that's it. Thank you.
This doggo is under Elfric's spell, so we will breeze past that. Back to me now.
Excellent. So I would like to cast Confusion right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
My spell save DC is a 17.
Is this Wisdom as well?
Trying to double check that right now. Actually, I think I can.
Don't think it's going to make a difference if there's
Wisdom saving throw. Yep.
All right. Thief 1, who's already under Elfric's spell.
That's a pass?
17, you said it was. Yeah. Okay.
That's a 17, yeah. That one's a fail.
Naturally, it would be the guy who's already under the effects of a spell that saves a wisdom save. But anyway. Doggos. The one that's under the spell fails. The other also fails. So they are all confused but this guy.
Excellent. And then I will use the rest of my movement to just be, with them. Trying not to leave them totes alone.
Okay,
and they're all still within range,
So for the confused dog's turn, do I have to roll a D8, I think? Or is it D10?
It is a D10. But I will give Bardic Inspiration to Christina. You got this!
Nice.
Okay, so an affected target can't take reactions. Rolls a D10 at the start of each of its turn to determine the behavior for that turn.
Let's do it. That would be a 5. So
the creature does not move or take actions this turn.
Okay, stays put like a good little doggo. Tyrion, your turn.
Oh, at the end, it makes a whiz save.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Good shit. Wisdom. Yeah, fail. It's a 6.
Right, so Tyrion, very frustrated at the cowardice of that thief who ran away and then got killed. He feels hard done by. There was a thief or an assailant that he saw attack. Was it Alfric? And he was the only one to see him. Was that from behind him, or where did that attack come from?
Oh no, that
From this direction.
Yeah, he revealed himself.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was over there, right? Well, in that case, Sir Tyrion is going to think to his doggo, and Fido is going to run. Well, it's going to do a running leap straight off the platform to here, and he will do the same and land here. And so the Mastiff will attack this Mastiff first.
Gotcha.
Let's go for E. 10 plus 13 is probably not going to do it, is it?
It just hits. So 13 you said, was it?
Yeah, 13.
Just
three.
hits.
And then a 6. So 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And a strength save, please. DC 11.
Right.
Let's with Tyrion. Ignore the mushroom-covered zombie one as well. That's right behind.
Right, so that's a save on that.
Okie dokie.
And Sir Tyrion will land slightly after Fido and swing on the same dog. 17 for 13.
This doggo is hurting. It's you slash down with your sword and cut a nasty gash into its hind legs.
As it yelps, he'll go again. 21 for 18.
How are we finishing off this poor old doggo?
I think as the first strike hits and it recoils, he's just gonna bring the sword back up and take the head.
Nice.
Is like that?
Anything else from yourself, Sir Tyrion?
No, that'll do.
Okay, this guy is going to rush up to here, revealing himself and seeing his friends distracted and confused and dazed. He's going to use his action to try and bring them back to their senses. So he's going to try and like shake and slap this guy's face, which I believe doesn't undo confusion, but it does on hypnotic pattern.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Yes.
So this guy was only hypnotic pattern, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's going to do the same to this guy who's only confusion, but it has no effect, obviously. He's like, you rotten spellcasters, stab you in the heart and take all your gold. And that is all he's going to do. He's used his action. Now, you rotten, dirty spellcaster, Alfric, what are you going to do?
Terribly rude. Which one was it that said that?
This dude back here.
Well, I'll target him.
I think I know what's coming.
How healthy is he looking?
He's perfectly fine.
Well, in that case, we'll bring out the big guns, won't we?
Oh, baby.
Instead of using my wand, I simply raise my free hand, point with one finger at him, and I cast Disintegrate.
Woo!
What?
Yeah.
And I really hope that he doesn't make this dexterity save.
Oh, that's their thing, is dexterity.
Oh no!
Now,
Yeah, so this green sort of bar of light just sort of blasts past him.
look at all that damage.
Ugh.
Anything else for your turn, Alfric?
No, I think I'll just look rather disappointed.
Christina's reanimated zombie person.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Yeah. So, fun fact: the zombie's supposed to take its turn immediately after me.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I will just delete him off the turn order then.
Yep.
I want to delete. There we go. So this guy that was slapped awake. Let's see. He's going to move to here, and seeing his friend now reanimated, he's just going to recoil in horror and go, ah! And yeah, he's just like not going to attack his reanimated friend. He's going to attack Christina. He won't get advantage on this because he's not flanking. So short sword coming at you. 22.
That's it.
For 5, but he gets another attack. Should be a 16.
Yeah, that's a hit.
For 1 point of damage. Jeepers.
All right. I still haven't taken any mortal damage yet. So.
10, I'm sure, doesn't hit then.
Nope.
And that is all he can do. I think you're about to do some mortal damage.
Oh, yes. Glaive to the face.
Blade face always works.
With advantage.
18 will hit.
Okay, that's good. Let's see how much damage we get with that. All right, and then let's add on the. Jesus.
It's 3d6.
Okay.
Actually, no. With Halo Spores and it gets doubled, and it's a D8 now. So it's how do I do multiple rolls at once? Like /R.
Just type in 3d8 or whatever it was. Yep.
Yeah, it's like 1d6 and then space between.
Oh no, I think you have to do those individually. I think I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh. Bees. That's the bees.
So let's see what this open 26. Nice. It's a lot of damage. All right.
Woo!
It's a lot of damage. All right. Yeah, this guy takes the glaive to the face, slashes him just at the jaw here, and he just and it burns. It's searing hot, and the bees then just swarm around him. He gets a good few stings there,
And
then this, absolutely, yeah.
Zombie.
Well, yeah, pretty much. His old ally is about to attack.
Yes, it's gonna make a slam attack since it uses the zombie stat block.
Yep.
That's +3 to the hit.
Okay, so you can just roll a d20, I suppose, and we'll add the 3 on. Ooh.
Hey, it's not me! It's not me!
He's still going to roll the critical fumble, so roll a d100. See what happens.
I'm glad it's not me.
So, 73. So you lunge past an enemy, exposing yourself to his attack. The enemy you are attacking is able to use the reaction to perform an attack of opportunity. So he's going to try and hit back.
Do it. Attack your teammate. Feel mortally terrible.
21.
Putting him out of his misery, you pervert of the natural way.
I think that'll finish off your zombie friend.
Yep.
Alrighty then. This thief back here is confused.
He is. So I would need a d10.
It's a 7.
The creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach.
That is just one person.
There you go.
Do.
Oh, that was so...
Well, he uses its whole action, so...
Oh,
Does it? Or is it just one? But let's assume it's the whole action. They're all
I'll assume it's the whole action.
all miss.
Come on!
Shadar.
Shadar will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he will move his spirit guard, sorry, not a spirit guardian, his spiritual weapon, to 20 feet to there as a bonus action. I think that's it. He can't make an attack with it as well. I think, let me just double check.
Is it your action to attack with it?
I don't know. It's usually a bonus action to attack with it, but I think you can use a bonus action to move instead.
Yeah.
But let's just say it is. And he is going to... Can he see anything else from this? Well, the dynamic lighting would say no.
No.
And he will yet again hold out his hand. His eyes roll back in his head, and he'll cast Toll the Dead on this unfortunate fellow here. So he's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, sorry. Mark, you got to do a wisdom saving throw for the end of that guy's turn.
Oh yeah. I'll presume that this is the wisdom. Yeah, he fails that, and this is what Shadar's told to dead.
So this is 3d12 and 1d8.
Fail both.
So I should have been running. Doing a 1d8 as well.
Okay.
So here's Sorry, is he damaged?
No.
No, then I think it's 3d8. Then let me just double check.
Both of these guys are
throw it out
totally
there.
fine.
Yes, it's 3d8 if he's not been damaged. So
48 total.
48, yeah. That'll be 15 points of necrotic damage.
That'll do, yeah, and much the same as the poor unfortunate in the tree, yeah, you see the life just drain out of him as you all hear that faint ringing of a bell.
Oh, reprobate gamer says spiritual weapon can attack after a move.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
let's
go for it, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Let me just pull it up here. Thank you very much.
A big old bonk.
A big old bonk. Raven bonk.
Coming at you. That is a 20.
Yep.
For 7 radiant. Sorry, 6 force, not 7 radiant. I don't get the extra 7.
It's a hit.
Let it strike. Thank you, reprobate gamer.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
This doggo is confused, so it's rolling a d10.
Yeah.
That is a 9.
Creature can act and move normally.
It was still dazed originally, though, by the hit.
That is true. It is still dazed. Yeah, good call.
And then wisdom save?
And then it's wisdom save. That is a 4.
Sorry, Mike, he takes another 4 damage because it's not. It's plus my wisdom modifier.
Perfect. Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. Put that in.
This reminds me of the paralyzed confusion combo in Pokemon, where it's like you break the first thing and you're like, no!
Yeah, Drew Kane says dazed and confused. All right.
All right.
Nina, your turn.
Me. Well, I don't see anyone else down here.
Yeah.
So I'm foolishly thinking the civilians are safe enough for me to kind of pop out. I want to hit this guy, so I definitely need to be like here to avoid hitting my buddies. So I'll go stand over there. And launch a couple of Eldritch Blasts this guy's way.
Nice. Let's have it.
And I am irrationally scared of rolling 1 right now, so if it happens, I called it. Why the 2 damage?
You're rolling well for the 2 hits. It's just the damage rolls. Damage is damage, as I always say. 15 will miss.
Okay.
They'll miss. Yeah. 16 just hits. For 3.
All right, so 5 total damage with the Eldritch Blast.
First
Anything
time
else?
Shadara's seen Mina do that, I think.
I did it like a turn ago, but or 2 turns ago.
No,
yeah.
mean, like this combat.
Yeah.
Would
you
there
definitely see
be? Sorry,
I'll go
Mina.
5 back. And I think Christina and Tyrion have not used their inspiration. I'm going to hold on to the rest of mine.
Cool. With that, we might take a quick 5-minute break there, and we will get back to how the guys wrap up this battle. They seem to have the upper hand, but they've only seen one side of the checkpoint. There could be more tricks up these bandit sleeves.
That's true.
But yeah, come back in 5 minutes, guys. We will be back very, very shortly.
Nice.
See you soon.
Woo.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
We are still in the heat of battle here, and we have a few confused dogs, a few confused bandits, but everyone still in the thick of battle. So let's see how it turns out. Tyrion, it is up to you next.
Well, seeing the first doggo drop, and
I'll tag your one here actually in this purple color. Actually, that doesn't bode well given the name of the campaign. Let's go green.
Oh, it's purple and green.
Are these 2 bandits here still under the effects of magic?
This guy is still under the effects. This guy is not, and this guy is not.
Right. Well, seeing how unique Christina is currently looking and acting, Sir Tyrion will speak some abyssal, and Fido will go flying to the other side of this aware bandit and make an attack.
Oh, here we go.
Nice.
So let's go for D20. Nope. He overshoots and skids on the sand as Sir Tyrion will attempt to slice him. 27
Yeah.
It's more like it.
for 17 points, and then let's go again. Oh,
Hey.
well, everyone in the world knows what happens when a paladin crits.
Yep.
Where is the button?
The big red button.
Yeah, and after you add that that damage, Solo's after making a pretty good point. The dog had advantage because of flanking.
Drew Kane says none of his rolls are rough.
The fuck is
Bark but no bite. So let's
Divine
see.
Smite is genuinely gone off my fucking spell list.
Torm has abandoned you, my brother. What is a paladin without his smites?
Right, well, I'll just roll 48, seeing as roll 20's decided to remove my smite.
Smite.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. So, yeah, you slash upwards with the first blow, and you catch the guy at bits of his armor, catching Kingston, dealing the damage, and you swipe up, brings his head reeling back like this, but he comes down only to look up and see you're double-handed, and your flame is bursting with this radiant light.
41 points of damage to his
Brutal.
Yeah, brutal to say the least.
So Fido makes it with a 19.
Yeah, that's another hit.
6 for 2 points of damage.
Hey, every little helps.
Damage is damage. This guy is looking beat the fuck up now.
And a strength save.
Oh shit! Yeah, this he's having a bad time. Bad time. 16.
No, he makes it. He makes it.
Anything else from Drew Kane says all bark, no smite. Anything else from Sir Tyrion?
No, that will end his turn while I go try figure out what the fuck roll 20's done.
So this bandit, who seems to have been kind of calling the shots,
Why is that popping up again?
he's going to hold up his hands and say, "Please, no, I yield, I yield." He's looking around. He sees his comrades either confused, dazed, or just outright fucking dead. He knows that you guys have their number. He is surrendering. So this guy obviously can't act. This dog cannot act. This guy is still in combat, but hears this cry of surrender. Alfric, your turn.
I'll come a little bit closer to this this guy here. Sir, it's time you yielded. We'll do something very unpleasant to you.
He's gonna just look at Christina, who's just in this kind of hulking kind of
Here, wait, let me grab my walking stick.
He'd be a fool not to, seeing as his comrade has already given up.
Absolutely.
He is going to drop his weapon, and he is also going to surrender. So that will take you all officially out of turn order.
Yay.
First things first, I'm going back to the civilians, making sure they're okay. They should be, unless they did something stupid, but just double checking.
They're a little bit shaken. They're not used to this kind of action, but they are unharmed. Unharmed. Yeah.
And I will, I guess, turn to the Duke and ask him what he'd like us to do about the bandits that have surrendered. If you guys are talking to them, you can go first. That was just what Mina was doing.
Okay.
So, did they all surrender?
They've all surrendered, yeah. Well, the guy who's dazed and the dog who's dazed can't do anything anyway, so you can do what you will with them.
Well, I suggest we restrain them for a start.
I mean, we have meat. We can eat one of the dogs.
Oh, are you that desperate?
I mean, food's food, really.
Pretty
It's not
desperate,
like we're eating
actually.
another human. Last
My
thing we had
spiritual
here
weapon
was-
drops.
Okay.
Last thing we had
Get rid
here
of
was
the
a
big
half,
bird here.
half spore covered ear.
I am not going to drop the confusion until those guys are restrained, or I run out of time.
Yeah.
Christina is going to help with some restraining, and then once that's done, she's going to go look and secure the perimeter.
As I'm restraining this guy, I'll speak to Sertarian. I believe we have found them guilty. Let's hang them by the neck and move on. I have pressing business.
Please, sir, we've surrendered.
Quiet
we've laid
you.
on our...
Quiet you.
Well, yes, Shadar, I do believe these men are blatantly guilty, but I believe before we should send them to their judgment, we should perhaps see how many people they have assailed in this manner, and if they have any information about
Of course.
the assailant who fled Grendahl ahead of us.
I'm just excited about the death part. That's all.
Well, of course, but you know, things come to those ways.
And it will come to you, my friend.
As he looks at this guy here.
Yeah, they're like the guys that are now restrained. One's still confused, doesn't know what's going on at the moment. But the other guy is just like, we're at your mercy. We have laid down our arms. Please spare us our lives.
Actually, Christina's going to take the one she restrained, and she's going to start dragging him along.
Okay, yeah. Where are you dragging him to?
We're going to have a nice talk.
Oh boy.
One of those, eh?
As I'm going to have him tell me if there's any more in there as we start walking this way.
Are you going? So are you going into the buildings or just around the place?
Just around the place.
Okay. You notice as you get there, there's a little like this is a rough kind of beaten track, but there's a faint track leading just off the camp, just over here.
Have fun. Get over here, wounded thing, as a giant mushroom creature carries you by the collar.
Okay.
I'm going to imagine that might be a little bit terrifying for everyone else of the bandits party.
Yeah. Definitely. But yeah, so you have brought the guy over here and you see that little track, but yeah, peeking around the corners, you don't see any other bandits in sight.
Yeah, I'm just going to take him out of view right here.
Okay. Bring him over here.
I imagine robbing people and turning your roads into a hostage situation and robbing who knows how many nobles and survivors. It's a pretty harsh prison sentence, or, you know, something else. I figure you'd probably want to talk to them. Because my good friend Shadar over there wants nothing more than to, like, send them all to the Raven Queen. So if you don't want that to happen, you probably should tell them.
Well, yes. Yeah, she heard that from all the way over there. The Duke is going to step forward and say, well, thievery is not a death sentence in my dukedom, but we shall talk and see what they have done with the people they've stopped at this checkpoint and stolen from, and what happened to the company that was manning this post, my men. For if something sinister is to happen to them, then surrender or no, they will be hanged.
Oh, Shadar.
Yeah, so Shadar, as you walk around the corner, you see Christina and the guy, and you also see that little faded path leading down this way, and there doesn't seem to be anyone else around.
Carry on, Christina. Where's the door to this place?
It is right there.
There, okay, I'll go from those. Investigate for any, like, very obvious traps. Shadar is very limited.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
Oh. What did it? +1. Not bad.
Yeah, would you believe? You can see, like, very crudely made, you can see just peeking through the kind of slit in the door, you can see at the top corner a bell that once this door is opened, it would sound the bell. nothing sinister, just more of an alarm kind of thing.
I'll see if I can disarm it.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Why don't keep going over there? Here you go.
Yeah, so you kind of get like something very thin, something very flat, and you just kind of gently just push the bell, kind of like it's kind of hanging on this string. You just use it to push it aside and gently open the door enough that you can now push it fully open if you wish without sounding the bell.
We sure will.
Yep. So without a sound, you open
Step
the door.
aside. Yeah.
So you see inside here, there's no there's no wooden floor. No, I think this shack is very crudely built. You do see a tattered old rug that is kind of in the center of this kind of starting to dry, kind of brownish kind of grass. You see then further in what looks to be maybe like a little kind of office, or maybe like a kind of, I suppose, somewhere where the leader of the guards may kind of keep their notes for reports of other patrols kind of passing to and from. You would have seen outposts like these before. So you're kind of assuming this is where an awful lot of the kind of administrative side of things happens, whereas the other building across the way would be used for maybe like an armory or sleeping quarters, things like that.
I'll kick up the rug and see if there's anything under it.
Absolutely.
As tradition.
Absolutely nothing.
And walk in here and then examine the area and then leave it to the rest of the guys.
Okay. Roll an investigation check once again.
Investigation +1. 3.
Yeah, you just kind of give it, a little once over. Nothing of note.
Nope. That's me.
Okay. Anyone else?
Is there any sign of much fungal infestation, or are we far enough away from the town? Apart excluding Christina's own, the violet kind.
There's bits and pieces. It's very sporadic at this point, though.
Okay.
This was the impromptu leader, was it?
Yeah. This guy here.
So have me and the Duke walked up at this point? I assume we have.
Sure. Yeah. I'll drag him up here. Boop. So yeah, he will say to Tyrion, we must get to the bottom of their crimes and choose a punishment suited to them.
Indeed. You can tell me now, and your decision will either save or end your life. How long have you been attempting to rob people in this manner?
It's been not even a week. 5 days. 5 days most.
5 days. So that means you would have noticed the guard change for Grendahl coming 3 days ago. What did you do with them?
No, sir. Nope.
Good point.
No, sir. Have not. Nope. No one. Not many people have passed through here.
I was suspiciously maybe lying.
Can roll insight if you like.
Let's give it a go.
No.
If Tyrion's not going to, I would like to. But since you're doing the interrogation, I figured.
I think he sounds like an honest fellow. We should let him go.
In fact, Duke, give him a promotion.
He's obviously been guarding these roads in the absence of the Duke's own men.
You mean
that is a valid point too.
I disagree with you, Alfric. And Sir Tyrion out loud will say a phrase in abyssal. And on that word, Fido will start viciously growling and snarling behind this individual. And he says, "You need to tell me immediately, or I will have this dog rip your insides out your arse."
Ooh, that's fun.
Intimidation check.
You have inspiration. Please use it.
Doesn't need it.
What's inspiration?
Use it anyway. You're just gonna
it only lasts so long. So just make it a 30.
Just use it.
What am I rolling?
Serious
D10,
about
D8, D12?
Yeah, D10.
If you make it 30, his own insides will come out his arse.
Come on.
Yeah, like he looks back at Fido and he looks back at you with terror in his eyes, and he just says, "Oh, all right, yeah. A small company, 3, 4 lads. They came on through. We hailed them as one of our own, and they copped to our ruse fairly promptly. It was self-defense, mate. They attacked us. We attacked them, and listen, it was us. It was us. It was us or them. All right. We didn't want to kill anyone. We were just looking to make some coin, and please, mercy. We surrendered. Please.
I hear someone beg for mercy.
Out steps the executioner then.
Shadar gets an exclamation mark on his head. Whee!
Yes, another case of self-defense. If you portray yourself as something you are not, you are in fact a criminal in the dukedom and have killed the Duke's men. The sentence is as heavy as an assault against the Duke himself. And the judgment for that sentence is death. You have sealed your own fate, my friend, for your actions.
No, please, stay up late. Please, spare me.
Give me one reason why I should spare your worthless life.
I'll give you everything I've got. Everything we have. We'll give it you. Just let us go, please.
Everything you have taken from someone else and does not belong to you, therefore is not yours to give away.
Shadar is just making a noose with his rope at the moment.
He's like, you're just gonna shut his eyes tight. Hands still. Is he bound? Is this guy bound or no?
I don't think, no. I think he was bound. I think he's just...
Okay. He's
On the
gonna
guard.
clasp his hands together and say, "Oh, please, I don't know what else I can say. I'll give up this. I'll give up this life if I'll change everything."
You will give up this life, my
poor
friend. You
choice of
certainly
words.
will.
Very poor choice of words.
Yes. Fear not, fret not, my friend. The Raven Queen will be there to judge your actions, and she is a fair judge of character.
He's just going to bow his head and start sobbing uncontrollably.
Duke Alvarez, do you wish us to put this man out of his misery now, or would you like a public execution to lift the spirits of your peoples?
You'll just, you'll see Duke Fenwell just with a gentle shake of the head. He was like, his pitiful life. I will not have his blood sully the streets of my towns. Leave him out here to rot.
What? No wonder
Wants us to kill him here, Shadar.
No, all right. I thought he meant to set him free. I
was like, I thought this is kind of like what you wanted to do, but okay.
No, sure, I wanted to have more of a... Very well.
Do as you will, Sir Tyrion.
What
Well, and I think
Tyrion, the sword of the rope.
I don't see any good hanging trees.
That one looks pretty good.
Insert that John Travolta from Pulp Fiction meme.
Any tree's a hanging tree if you try hard enough.
So,
For Shadar.
oh boy.
Well, I leave it up to you, Sir Tyrion. You are. That's where the Duke's man, after all.
I think it's I think Fido would just grab his ankle, force him to his knees, and then relieve his shoulders of his head.
When he does that, I would like to use my reaction. I'll message you about it.
Alrighty.
So is there a role
Alfred's
needed,
gonna
or
step
is the fact
aside
he's
for this.
completely subdued?
Also, there's
Enough.
children.
Yeah. Yeah, there's, like, I mean, There is a child present, but
I mean, I think they've seen enough during the battle.
they've seen some shit at this point.
True.
Let's be honest about it. Yeah. Okay, so Sir Tyrion, you can go ahead, or Mina, if you wanted to interject something there. I haven't got a message. If you sent me something.
I'm typing it up.
So Christina's still holding one of them.
Do you actually want to roll for that, Mark, or is it just a case of?
No, you just do it.
Yeah.
Mina wants to do something though.
Yeah, and she can go ahead and do that
right now.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that if you'd like.
Yes, I will.
But it won't affect Tyrion's action, so you can go ahead.
No, I'm not trying to.
Yep. So you can go ahead, Tyrion, and do what you do. Tyrion off with his head.
I imagine it's just like a gesture in the background. Although Shadar's got like a 20-something passive perception, so I don't know if you want me to roll stealth.
Actually, that's a good idea. Let's do a stealth roll.
Oh.
Would it be stealth or deception? Stealth. We'll go with stealth.
It's not that I'm pretending to do something else.
Yeah, true,
I'm just
true,
not
true.
pretending to do. Just watching. Oh, yeah. Guess not super duper stealthy.
No. Would you like to describe what you do? Because Shadar notices. That's for sure. I don't know about everyone else, but Shadar definitely would.
Yeah. So as Tyrion kind of, relieves him of the burden of living, Mina kind of makes a couple of hand gestures with her hands by her side.
Is it just a couple of like gestures? Does anything happen after that, or?
Not that you would be able to tell.
Cool. Are the gestures familiar to me, Mark?
Oh, I don't think they would be.
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
Just weird. Like it wasn't like she was just like flexing her hand by herself. It was very specific kind of hand gestures that you noticed. It's just something you noted as Tyrion was killing this dude.
And does she react in any way after that, or does she
It doesn't look, I guess, super duper suspicious. Like she's not like, but it's since you have like a passive with the gods.
Yeah. But like her wounds don't magically heal if she had any or anything like really obvious like that or anything.
No,
she's not wounded at all.
Okay, cool. Grant. That's fine.
You just notice this strange thing happening coincidentally with the thing. Yeah.
Cool.
Seems almost reflective on her part.
Cool. So this guy has been executed. This guy is probably dropped from the confusion at this point.
Oh yeah, I've let that go.
Yeah. So Tyrion, I don't know if you wanted to do the same with that dude. That is completely up to you. And Christina, you are still on the other side of this shack with the other guy.
So, while we're back there, Christina is going to hold the glaive and ignite it in her hand at the end of the blade and holds it close to his neck.
Okay. He's
Start
just,
talking.
What you want me to say?
Name.
Look. I'm
Name.
just. All right, my name is Stefan. I'm not a high-ranking official in this. I'm just one of the lackeys. All right, I don't know much.
I don't care about any of that. I'm asking you questions and you'll talk when spoken.
All right, okay.
Oh,
You let me go though, right? You let me go.
Maybe.
When is this taking place, by the way? Before the execution?
We'll say in tandem. So the execution hasn't happened yet.
Okay. So in a bit he'll hear the nasty squelch.
Yeah, probably, yeah. In the next 30 seconds or so.
Thanks. What did you do prior to this?
What was he doing prior to this?
Occupation wise.
I look, this is I grew up doing this, I never had a steady job, This is just a way to earn some coin,
Is it just coin?
Well, yeah, that's what it's all about.
Are you sure that's going to be your answer?
Well, yeah, like, I mean, yeah, like, I mean, what else? What else could it be? It's just get a bit of riches, you know.
You know, there are many places where you can work to actually get coin. It's hard labor, but still does it well enough.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's not the way the life throws the dice at you. You know, you're stuck with what you get. Sometimes you don't have a choice. You need to do a little bit of this and a bit of that to get by. You know.
I'm gonna try and convince my group, but unless you don't want to die, I suggest you come along.
I come what? Sorry.
Come along with it. Like, do as I say. As I'm gonna press the glaive a little bit closer so that he can feel the blistering heat coming from the glaive.
Yeah, he's just gonna cry out. He's like, please stop.
How bad is he? How injured is he looking? Because I know I've hit him.
Yeah, he's like he has definitely a few wounds. He's not he's okay. Like, he's not great, but he's not on death's door either.
Okay. I am going to strip him of his armor.
Okay. Yeah.
And at that time, I'm pretty sure once that's done, the squelch.
That happens. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, it seems they're going ahead with things.
So you're just gonna leave him as is, armorless?
No, I'm still gonna be talking to him.
Okay.
I am gonna do a quick medicine check on him, see how deep the wounds are going.
So which direction are you going?
You'll see.
Okay.
I just want to see how deep the wounds are.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you were. Never mind. I misheard. You want to see how deep his wounds are?
Yeah, because I know I roughed him up a good bit.
Yeah, like, I mean, he has some definite gashes. You know, one kind of
and definitely charred up too.
Yeah, like a little bit. Yeah, for sure. I suppose a lot of the wounds that he would have are kind of burned up immediately.
At this point, my wild shape and the animal beast of nature is going to drop in. A whole bunch of mushrooms are just going to start falling off my body.
Okay.
Just back to normal. Just, oh, look, food.
Let's be honest, Christina was never normal.
Oh, yeah. What is...
Like, I suppose he's very unsure what's happening here. You've stripped him of his armor, and then this happens, and he's just like, what the devil are you?
Freak, if you will.
And what happens next?
Well, I am going to persuade him to start following. Because what I'm thinking is, if he starts following along and agrees to assist, and at the point of being easily killed at any point, I don't know. Christina's just trying to do a little bit of good, and albeit a bad way.
Okay. Not sure I really understand what you're getting at, though. Just trying to, like...
Slave!
Oh,
now.
Okay, all right, okay. So you kind of have him, like, at the neck with your glaive, and he's very, I suppose, suggestive to your...
Do not start that. I read the chat.
That's what it sounds like. I'll be honest with you, Miss Jawbreaker. I'm over here like, okay. The real thing is, does Shadar hear this with his godly perception? Because
well, he was in the middle of conversation with Tyrion at the time.
Yeah,
so
and after that, he would have been very sort of like, once he noticed Mina doing that, he's kind of directing his attention there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll defer from Christina for a minute, and we'll go back to the guys.
All she's going to do is just pull out her needle and thread and start sewing the wounds.
Okay.
The random guy's wounds?
What?
Yep. The bandit, yeah. So, jumping back to Shadar and Tyrion and Mina and Alfric, they have dispatched the head bandit. There is still this live one here. But
yeah, we did
at least give the man
the head, yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Did the confusion drop before or after the leader was
That
sentenced?
is up to Mina.
That's at the time. Probably before, just given that, it was at least, 12, 18 seconds in the combat and then walking up with the Duke and that conversation. So it definitely dropped before.
Right. Well, then Tyrion will turn to this one and say, "You have seen what happened to your superior for his honesty. He had no information to tell, or at least he wasn't willing to. You have the opportunity to save yourself. Tell us who sent you here. Was it a higher power or this fool?"
Shadar will start giving him last rites.
Okay.
In a kind of an attempt to intimidate.
Yeah. He's like just seeing his superior executed in front of him is enough to have him just blurt out absolutely everything. He says to Tyrion, he's like, look, I was just following orders, right? We spotted that there was only 3 Fenwell guards here. We took over the outpost. We killed the guys and we threw them into we threw them down a little bit outside the outpost, down towards the south. It wasn't my call, all right. And then a couple of days later, another company of them coming up said they were heading to Grendahl. We wanted the weapons, the gold, provisions, but they attacked us, and we emerged victorious, and they ended up in the same place. After that, it was just 1 or 2 travelers here and there. That nothing, we just wanted the gold. A few of them, one paid up, left unharmed. The other resisted. And look, I didn't do that. That was him. And nods towards the executed lad. Says it was all him. He's a flippin' psychopath.
No, my friend, he is a corpse. I am a psychopath.
Look, gods, please, be merciful. He was nothing but a skid mark in the underpants society of Fenwell. Look, I'm just following orders. You gotta let me go.
Just following orders.
You see, you have just admitted to the murder of at least 8 innocents. You killed the men on duty manning this barricade, and then you killed the 4 men going up to Grendahl in defense of this dukedom. And then you admitted to killing an 8th innocent who was simply traveling the lands.
I didn't do it though. I didn't strike that blow. Please, throw me in the dungeons. Let me rot in there. Just don't kill me out here. I couldn't. Please.
Sir Tyrion, I believe the Duke has already delivered the sentence. Let us carry it out and be gone.
Sir Tyrion will turn
rattling.
as Shadar is saying this and just look at the Duke. And he's looking over at him more like for the old Roman. He's looking for the Emperor's thumbs down.
Yeah, he'll give you that nod to say, do it.
Without even looking back, it's just the right hand extends it with his fury.
Shadar takes a step back. And he's gone. He's dead.
I'm keeping an eye on Mina. Did the same thing happen again?
No.
No, okay.
No.
So that does it for the bandits that have taken over this outpost. Explains why the company of Fenwell guards didn't make it up to Grendahl. You guys are free to roam around if you like, or head on, or do what you like.
I'll check.
There's still a dog there, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that the dog is just like tied down.
Well, there's something if it's not going to attack us, Sir Tyrion's not going to execute a dog.
I was wondering where Christina's
around
gone.
here.
Yeah, Shidar, you're in the what would be the soldiers' quarters. There you see a little kind of like a sleeping area and a little kind of, I suppose, dining area, I suppose. And in the corner, you can just see thrown away boxes of rations, provisions, things like that. It's starting to stink up a little bit in there.
Oh, so they're spoiled, are they?
Yeah, yeah.
I will. Are they bedrolls?
Yeah.
Or are they just flavor?
Yeah, they're rolled up bedrolls. Yeah.
I'll take those, and I'll take whatever the top cover of the sheets are here, and roll them up as well.
Yep.
For the civilians.
Sure.
So Mina's gonna try to pop in here, just to take a quick glance around.
Yeah, so this is as Shidar kind of explored already this is where the captain of the guard would have done most of his kind of, taking note of who kind of came to and from, all that kind of thing. You see a few weapons, little bit on the roughish side, but they're still combat ready.
Yeah, she's not super interested as what's in the room so much as what's not in the room, which is the others. She's kind of going to hold her hand out like this, flip it over, just trying to make sure that, whatever she did worked. And then satisfied with the fact that it has, she's just going to walk back out, find a tree stump, sit down until everyone's ready to go.
Okay. As you go over to that tree stump, you see Christina with a kind of half derobed bandit. And she has a glaive pointed at his neck.
What are you doing?
Sewing.
Kinky.
Sewing?
That's right. You do, as you approach, you can see that she is tending to the bandit's wounds.
I hate to break it to you, but the Duke has kind of ordered...
The bandit pipes up. The Duke has ordered... Was that... Me too? No, please. You can't. And he'll drop to his knees and again, just like the first guy, hands clasped together. Yeah, I knew it as soon as I said it.
I'm gonna kick him in the head. I'm gonna kick him in the head to push him back.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, well. All right, Miss Christina.
No, to be fair, I was sewing and it ruined the sew because he did that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You ruined the work. But yeah, that's him. He's gonna grovel for his life.
I'm gonna grab him by the collar and start dragging him then towards the Duke.
Okay. And the Duke is, gonna give him the same
I'm gonna go up
sentence.
to the Duke first.
Okay.
I have a proposal for this one.
Yes. I don't see why he should be pardoned for what he has done.
Well, he can work it off. There are a few farms I know of that require hands.
I will not have the hard-working farmers employ the hands that have dipped into many pockets of the people of this region. He will die like the dog he is. And he will nod to Tyrion and Shadar.
While everyone else is doing the things, Tyrion would have searched the two bodies for any gold they may have stolen and plans on bringing that to Femlis to give to the families of the fallen.
Yeah. You find, let me see, what did they procure? Yeah, it would be in the office area that Shadar and Mina were kind of, you see it in a little kind of, Shadar, you would have noticed it earlier, but you're doing a much more kind of rigorous check around the place, Tyrion, and you find a couple of leather coin purses. 220 gold.
20 gold.
It's all in copper, silvers, and things like that, but that's the accumulation of it.
I'm going to drop the bedrolls and stuff here for the civvies and the covers.
Okay. Yeah, and the scraps will be the first to pick up a bundle and say, "Thank you, Mr. Shadar."
You're welcome, my mechanical friend.
Oh, Mina's over here. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, the Duke has determined this bandit's fate.
Would have brought them back over to the other two and left them in a pile.
And he suffers as he grovels. Sir Tyrion ends his life.
I think I don't know if Shadar would help, but Sir Tyrion, while everyone else is doing their things, would definitely pile all the bodies together and burn them.
Yeah, once he's
Yeah.
coming over here, but he'll certainly be hand at some point.
Okay.
Oh, don't forget the mushroom one.
Yeah, I'm not. He's right there. And then there's the one that fell out of the tree, crispy.
Oh, no, there's no. Oh, there you go.
And
All those
crispy.
guys. So, I won't drag it out. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you head on towards Femlis?
Have a quick chat with Mina.
Okay, go for
I
it.
suppose I'm going to use speak with animals on the one remaining dog.
Okay, we'll go with Shadara and Mina first, and then we'll do the speak with animals.
You sure one of those feels like a joke conversation and the other feels like a serious one?
Yeah, well, we'll go with the serious one first.
All right.
Well, my friend, how goes it?
Well, it goes. I suppose we'll be setting off soon.
Beating the
Now
odds
that
once
the-
again, hey?
What? Sorry.
I said beating the odds once again, hey?
Yeah, well, it's good that we have.
Yes, yes.
Alfric is quite more talented than I thought him.
Very much so, very impressive I found him to be. I recognize that spell the bandit managed to duck and dodge, and it's a good thing for him that he did. I've seen people go there. I've seen people die that way. It's particularly agonizing.
The odd one, the green one.
Yes,
Can't say I've seen it before.
it's pretty horrific. You'd like it. Yes. What did you think of the executions?
I'm a bit squeamish, if I'm honest with you.
Seemed to take particular interest in one.
Did I?
That seemed to me you did. I noticed some peculiar somatic gestures.
I'm sure you're looking too far into it. I don't think I've been that close to an execution before. It's unnerving. And you and Sir Tyrion were quite excited about it.
Well, not excited. Just eager to have it done with so we could press on.
I think you specifically said that you liked the death part.
It was a morbid joke, my friend. I'm more interested in... I've seen somatic gestures before. Just curious as to what was going on there.
I don't know what you think I was doing.
Very well.
Did they look like this? And she's gonna kind of make some of the gestures she uses for other spells, and obviously they don't look the same.
No.
Those are the spells I know.
I must have been mistaken then, my dear. Apologies.
I mean, adrenaline after a fight. I'm probably twitched when, Sir Tyrion just killed him.
Probably was that, wasn't it?
You guys seem a bit more warforged than I am.
Indeed. Should I leave with that?
Jump over to Christina then.
Mina definitely narrows her eyes as Shadar walks away.
Cool.
Yeah, speak with animals on the one remaining dog.
All right, yeah. So you cast the spell, and the moment you complete the components of the spell, you can hear this dog kind of just like, Master is gone. What do?
Come here. I'm gonna hold my hand forward. I'm not gonna hurt you.
No, scary. not trust. Master says bite those who you don't trust. Roll animal handling check.
But
Oh, yeah, no. This dog ain't letting you anywhere near it.
I don't know if we can keep the dog.
Live meat doesn't spoil as quick.
Like, I mean, it is.
Maybe we can.
It is tied, like it's has a collar. It has a whole kind of body jacket kind of thing, and it is tied. So, like, I mean, it's not to say that
wait. I have bardic inspiration, but it's still in that one regardless.
it is still in that one, yeah, and yeah. So yeah, this dog is just like no trust.
No.
What would you like to do?
No, honestly, I don't. Can't necessarily leave it here, though. Does there seem to be any rope nearby?
You would have some.
Oh, yeah, I meant like more rope.
Yeah, like I mean, there's probably some in the one of the quarters.
What I'm gonna do is try and make a muzzle.
Like tie its. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm not even gonna get you to roll for that. That would be pretty straightforward. Yeah, you can tie its muzzle so it won't bite.
Genuinely thought you were about to hang the dog.
No, I am not that cruel.
Yep. So you have this kind of crude muzzle made. It resists, but you get the job done without sustaining any injuries. And the rope it's tied to can serve as like a makeshift kind of lead, but it's because it can't bite, it's not going to try and attack. But it will be a bit of a job to kind of haul it.
Christina has no issues with this.
Okay, sure. So you can take that dog with you. I will give you control of it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do in this area?
Time to head on as far as Shadara is concerned.
Oh, actually, someone needs to carry the wheelbarrow.
Put the dog in the
Your
wheelbarrow.
wheelbarrow.
Fine.
Still full of water, so just be careful.
It's dog water. I can purify it.
Alrighty. So, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say to Mina,
Well, seems it's time to move on, my friend.
Not a moment too soon.
Indeed.
Alrighty. It's still about a day or so travel to Femlis. So you will have your long rest between now and then. Let me see here.
as in, is this a good place to stop and have a long rest, or do we
No,
still have half a day?
You still have half a day to use
Okay,
up. So
grand.
you
Go
do
there.
that.
Yeah.
You do your long rest, and then you head on.
Grand.
Do we come across any, I don't know, water that we could bathe in, or any reason Mina could realistically not be with everybody else?
Not at this point, just yet.
Okay, so not before the long rest.
Not before the long rest. No, there's no streams or rivers close by.
Okay.
There's water in the barrel, or the
Water there. All right, if that's what you wanted it for, but that's up to you.
Well, before
Be
the
quite
long
wary
rest,
of
then,
any of this fungus-infested water around here.
Mina is going to take a walk or something, just to not have people time.
Yeah, so as you guys are setting up camp that night, throwing on the bit of food, you kind of excuse yourself for whatever reason, and you wander into the trees a little bit.
Yep, I'm thinking, given that Shadar is already somewhat suspicious, I'm going to be wandering for quite a bit. And I'll let people know not to expect me back for a couple hours. happy to do that stuff on stream or not on stream. It's up to you.
If you want to describe what happens while you're away, that's totally fine.
Don't mind taking off headphones if she just wants to do it for the viewers.
Up to you, Andy.
It's up to you, Mark. How you want to play secret stuff?
I will say let's keep this secret for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, you see Mina come back after a time. Maybe how long would it have been, Mina?
Probably 2 hours if I thought I could get away with that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if you had told someone not to expect you back for like amount of time,
yeah.
If someone wants to bring that up later with her, that's totally fine. But yeah,
Shadar will make sure to catch her eye as she walks back into camp. Just kind of.
She'll give him a super friendly, hopefully disarming wink, like
like
one of those that's just over the top to try and make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not going to make him uncomfortable. Yeah, he just kind of gives you a kind of an incline of the head and goes back to what praising the Raven Queen, basically.
Yep, and I assume we'll talk about this later, but given that she probably has something to stew on, she'll just be stewing on that.
Cool.
So yeah, as you're kind of winding down for the evening, Shadar, do you have enough components for your tea?
I should have enough left. I think generally he would keep about 5 to 7 days worth on him at all times.
Okay.
So if you want to say that someone that was spoiled or all of it even,
let's roll a d20 to find out.
Right.
Luck
Actually,
check.
yeah, because I still have 10 days worth of rations. So I guess
It'd be more mushrooms than everything else.
So you said you had how long worth of stuff?
he normally keeps 5 to 7 days on him, so he would have had one, so it would have been maybe 6 days left.
Oof. You are running low. You probably you probably don't have, like, you have the stuff that you found yesterday that you haven't used yet, but other than that you're out.
Okay,
So
well
up to you.
Yeah, he'll take it, and I'll talk to you during the week or maybe after the stream about the mechanic that you want to use for this.
Yeah, sure.
But he'll sort of go through his pack and let out a frustrated kind of blast it, and he'll turn to the stuff he found and he'll boil the life out of it, and then he'll create his tincture.
Okay. Yep. And you make your
his tincture, and he'll drink it tonight.
Yep. Perfect. Yeah, and you guys all get your bit of rest, and I'll kind of just zip straight through to the following morning, where you actually make it kind of within eyes reach, or kind of, you can visibly see Femlis now. So, like, I mean, as you walk over the brow of a particular hill the following morning, the village of Femlis does come into view. The village itself is mostly on flat land, but the southeast side is kind of rested on high hills, so it's kind of an uneven kind of settlement. A tall windmill can be seen at the top of this hill, and all in all, it's a sleepy-looking village walled by tall wooden posts, but some of the guard towers flank the entrances. A routine patrol, as you get a little bit closer, you can see, circles the village, and as you draw near, you can see that the guards have already seen you coming, and 2 patrolmen stand waiting at the gate. And I think as you're entering Femlis, that might be a good place to leave it for this evening.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay. Yeah,
That
thanks,
means
Mark.
next session I get my horse back.
You don't know.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The hope that kills you.
So, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed
Thanks,
it.
everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, chat. You were all great crack.
Yeah, that was good crack in there.
Some
Loving
great
the puns.
puns in there.
Loving the puns. Yeah.
We respect
And thanks,
the
Mark, for
puns.
running the game for us.
Yeah, as always.
Also post
Yeah,
your
cheers,
suggestions
Mark.
on what the next animal is going to be.
But yeah, no, thanks a million, guys, and thank you, the players, for keeping it as entertaining as always. And we will see you in 2 weeks when we find out the apothecary has to say about all this, and if Mina finds her horse, and if
Yeah.
there's so many what ifs going on. So yeah, do tune in.
If they've eaten the horse, they die.
I
Just
hate worse than those bandits.
Yes.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks a million, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
See everybody.